Hey guys, and welcome to another King of the Hill. This time it shall be the forces of good versus the forces of evil. I'm very excited to hop into this. It's been a little while since we did a King of the Hill, but we're getting back into the swing of things, and it should be some good fun. So the way this is going to work, the player on the left, which in this case shall be Elves, is going to be the forces of good up against the forces of evil on the right-hand side, led by Storm Runner. And if you get knocked out, for example, if Elves wins this game and Storm does unfortunately have to go home early, the player who hops in will also be representing evil. So evil is always on the right, good is always on the left. And they're going to be given a random faction, but apart from that, they can do pretty much what they want. So it looks like the guys are chilling. Awesome, awesome. Elvis said he's a bit of a newer player, but, newer players can often be pretty good wildcards and come with some pretty off-meta builds. Likewise, though, Stormrunner is a very dangerous opponent who also brings actually some pretty off-meta stuff and makes it work absolutely amazingly. So we're going to get in here and do some random factions. What up, what up? What's up, Aldby? Grombrindle? Team Dowie Duck all the way? Krotgar? High Elf Bear be evil? Ah, just don't look, man, don't look. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What is the soundtrack for that? It's a free soundtrack you can get off YouTube, luckily. So, the way we're going to do this as well is if a faction has been picked in like the last couple of games, we'll re-roll the dice. But hopefully you can see Ranald's gift on the screen right now. So, Empire shall be the forces of good here. Let me get a pen, because I'm going to forget all of this, trust me. I always do. So, Empire for forces of good today. And we keep rolling until we get an evil faction, which unfortunately isn't Bretonnia. As far as I'm aware, Bretonnia are all good. Fun fact, right to left is the a good guy run. No, stop giving me Bretonnia. What is this? It's rigged. I didn't know Tomb Kings is a good faction. Tomb Kings are actually really neutral. You would think they're evil because they're this like undead force. God, all the forces are good are coming up today. Let's get some more evil in here. You would think Tomb Kings are evil because it's like undeadly force, but apart from Ark and the Black, they're pretty neutral. Looks like we have Dark Elves, awesome. So what I could have done is put them on both sides, but because the forces of good have so less factions, I was like, okay, we're going to put Tomb Kings on the side of good. Empire for Elvis. Dark Elf for Storm. So there shall be some pointy ears in here. Britannia is French, so evil. I mean, I'm not going to say you made good points. You can filter them top left. Yeah, I think you have to like filter them all out individually, and I was like, it probably will take more time than it's worth. Yeah, yeah. Coast are really evil, for sure. Dark Elves are also very evil. Though they kind of come over to good, but we're not really doing the whole end time situation. Well, from my point of view, the Bretonnians are evil. You probably would be saying that if you were a Beastman or something, because Bretonnians are pretty mean to them. But nice to see you guys here. Hope you're ready to have a good time. For any YouTube members out there as well, I don't know if we've got any of them in chat so far. I think Albee's here, actually. You do actually have a couple more duck emojis now, so feel free to go mental with them. One of them's a pretty good one to get me to do stuff, because it's a little duck with a knife, so not much you can do up against a beak-wielding maniac, such as a duck with a knife. I've actually been watching a really funny video recently, like a video series, of a guy feeding a seagull every single day, and like slowly gaining its trust, and it's pretty hilarious. But I'm very excited. End Times isn't canon, this is true, Emperor, this is true. I'm sure there is some good, like, nuggets in End Times, and fun stuff that happens. And a lot of epic stuff and so forth, but yeah, it's also a bit sad. It's a bit sad. Dark Elves are the anti-heroes? I mean, maybe in the End Times. Oh no, Hank. I know you've got a love for Mama Marathi, but she is very, very evil. Will ogres be involved in this tournament? No, this is it's a King of the Hill, so unfortunately only very few people have access to early access. Maybe I'll try and get that going when I get the early access, probably later this week. Oh yeah, no, it's a full video series, Hank. He has like 70 videos out about it. They don't use fire weapons. I mean, Bretonnians are kind of like the old school French is the idea behind them, isn't it? Like, they're heavy cavalry, very medieval as well, summoning the peasants, the fjords, to fight for them whilst the knights go to battle, as well in their glorious regal armour. Anti-hero is a strong term for a bunch of mass enslave and torturers. Again, you've got a bit of a point there. Dark Elves are comically evil. That's understandable. Oh, that's funny. Yes, LB! I love it! Mwah, beautiful little duck fin. It looks pretty cool, right? There should also be a little duck holding a butter knife as well. But I'm excited to see how this goes. Last time, we did do this, I think, a couple of weeks ago before I went on holiday. And Evil dominated. They won like 7-2 or something insane. They really did slaughter the good guys. But you never know. You never know. I mean, last time Ice Power went on a really good run, and he's a very talented player, so that may have skewed it as well in the favour of the Forces of Evil. But I would probably say, I mean, they have an extra faction, and overall, probably slightly more powerful than the Forces of Good. But, and this is a big but, we have the Forces of the Dowie on the side of the good, and that's got to count for something. Shetland Apache, the man, the myth, the Apache legend. How's it going? Hope you're all good today, buddy. Tell the peasants that Brett's the good guys. I mean, the knights do protect the peasantry, though we do meme about it. You know, they do ride out to war and try to help save them, but not great. Not great, I agree. Yes, Sebastian! Says the great IKEA duck has arrived to relieve the forces of good. Looks like we've got quite a few guys calling out for good to be victorious here. For Sigma. I agree. And welcome, by the way. Yes, Felix. Evil have greenskins, which is a bit of a problem. Dwarfs are a force unto themselves. They don't need no allies. I mean, they could have benefited quite greatly from being friends with the Lizardmen back in the day. Because unfortunately, some of the slants may have shifted the tectonic plates, which kind of brought down the Dowie Empire, accidentally. Because it allowed Skaven and goblins to come in and attack them from behind, basically. Looks like these lads are ready. So let's hop in here. We are on Tower of Hoeth. We're just going to be cycling through relatively competitive maps. I'm just going to pick them at the time, and we'll roll from there. Greenskins are definitely Order of Destruction. Like, yeah, they'll fight anyone, although they will ally themselves occasionally with the Forces of Evil, but not Forces of Good. Oh my god, it's Mr. Flaky Pants himself! How are you doing, champ? Man, so happy to have you here, dude. So, Flaky Pants is actually a Twitch streamer as well. You should 100% go check him out. Flaky Pants, if you're still around after this battle, drop another message in chat and I can make you a mod so you can drop a link to it. And I also went to uni with him. He's actually the reason I got a YouTube channel in the first place. I saw him doing a Twitch one. I was like, that seems like a lot of fun. And we hopped in and did YouTube, and the rest is history. That was quite a few years ago now, which is worrying. But anyway, let's hop into this. So, for the Forces of Good, the mighty Karl Franz shall lead them on Death Claw. I haven't seen Karl Franz in quite some time. With the rise of Volkmar in the meta, Franz kind of gets shoved to the side, but he still hits like a semi-truck on roids, coming in with Runefang and Gal Miraz. We have Mortars, looks like just the one, a Jade Wizard who's basically mandatory when you're coming in with Karl Franz, and that's one of the reasons I think Volkmar's become more and more popular, is you don't need to rely on a Jade Wizard who is coming in with Earthblood and Regrowth here today. Looks like the main battle line is going to be setting up, and looks like someone's been taking some lessons from some Dowie. We're going for a box geometry here. Swordsmen in the front line, including the Sigma Sons, and some half-naked lunatics of Sigma. We have Crossbowmen. Hell yeah! Hell yeah, Elvis. I like this build. I haven't seen Crossbowmen in ages, and Handgunners. So in a range, in a defensive formation, with a flying round Karl Franz. I like it quite a bit. For the Forces of the Dark Elves, in the front line, we have Bleak Swords. They're rather sad, but again, should do relatively decent up against the opponent's front line. Oh, and Stormrunner coming in stunting with a Medusa. One of the sickest models in the game. People talk about Marathi, but come on. Come on. These Medusas are amazing, particularly the Regiment Renowned one, which has some really cool tattoos as well. We have some cavalry, double Cold War Knights. Stormrunner is a big advocate for the Dino Cav. He thinks people underestimate them quite considerably. With a Sorcerer with a Fireball, Flame Sword Rune, and Burning Head. The Crows of Cain up in the skies with a Dreadlord with a sword and crossbow. That's a really cool build. A couple of Dark Rider repeater crossbows in the back. And that's going to be it. So both guys going pretty minimal with their front lines, just basic troops. Then mass range for the Force of the Empire, supported by some Reichsguard as well on the flanks. And Karl Franz, who may struggle up in the air. Crows of Cain are certainly no pushovers, particularly when supported by a Dreadlord who can kite Franz successfully. Man, We need to be up for sure. 100%, man. 100%. Dark Elf is love. Dark Elf is life. I simp for Marathi, not the Snake Lady. Come on. Yeah, Volkmar is an insta-pick in most matchups. For sure. Hank, don't tell anyone. But yeah, I mean, the Medusas do look really cool. I think it's pretty undeniable. They are very badass. Very, very cool. Awesome. Looks like the lads are ready. Hopefully they're not waiting for me. Let's just say good luck, have fun. Anyway. Boop. So we have quite a few plays lined up. Today's stream's going to be going 3 hours. We're going pretty deep today because I don't think I can do one tomorrow. I might be able to, but I'm actually playing sports for the first time in like years. I'm going to do some football in the evening, but we might be able to sneak in a small stream tomorrow. But it's going to be a big one today, 3 hours, and we're just going to try and get through as many players as possible. So if you're watching this and you are going to be playing and you're in the list to play, make sure your Total War is turned on and ready to go as soon as it is your time, because we're not going to be waiting around too long for people to get online. Dark Riders take a few more shots to the face. Not something they're going to be enjoying. Only one model died, though. And man, both these builds are really fun. I mean, we've seen Reiksguard, something we don't get to see terribly often. The poor little Bloodrat Medusa, she suffers from similar problems to the Ancient Salamander. But oh my god! I was about to say, she's taken too much damage because she's so short range. But she dishes it out in abundance. Those handgunners just got half shot by the Medusa, who unfortunately clips the swordsman with the second shot. She is taking a bit of a pounding. Karl Franz coming out to say hello. And can be a little bit worrying that the Franz Meister is getting caught out in the air here. Crows of Cain are starting to surround him. He will be able to beat them one-on-one, but there is a Dreadlord here to support. Karl Franz needs to pop his buffs or get the hell out of there. Swordsmen do clash into the spear and shield wall here of the Sons of Sigma, Force of the Empire. Bleak Swords trying to find gaps, but there's not that many. Dark Riders are pushing to the flanks, but the Reiksguard will be able to duel them rather effectively, and this could be disastrous up in the skies. Karl Franz is actually losing to the Crows of Cain. He needs some support by his missiles. Looks like a regrowth is being popped on him, and he may want to turn and fight now that there are handgunners nearby who can help and aid. We do have the crazy lunatics charging down those bleak swords, and the handgunners are still firing in. Lots of damage done to both sides. A burning head shall go down on the Sigma Sons, and Elvis does not manage to dodge it in time. A tad too late. You can see him given an order now, but that eviscerated the Sigma Sons in a matter of seconds. Reiksguard are falling back from the cold ones, but they're going to be pinned in place here. A little bit of a Dark Elf sandwich here. A Ice Power special. Dark Riders and Cold One Knights surrounding the Reiksguard and dragging them from their steeds. Karl Franz does dispatch the Crows of Cain, which is good news for him. Mortars are still firing as well, but that Bloodrat Medusa, 129 kills, shooting down swordsmen with absolute glee. Man, this is pretty wild stuff. Reiksguard are trying to fall back to protect the crossbowmen, but Dark Riders have managed to swoop into that central pocket. Halberdiers as well trying their best. Karl Franz going for the absolute Leroy Jenkins approach. I'm going to pop all my buffs. The Reichland Runefang, Foe Seeker, Standing Ground, Gal Miraz. I'm going to go toe-to-toe with this Dreadlord, and he is spanking this dragon right now, who is fleeing for his life like a Dark Elf coward away from the might of Franz. You can see Storm trying to actually dart into combat on the ground, so the Cold Ones can protect him. This is a really good top-tier competitive play. I'm going to pull into the halberds, and unfortunately the Empire player is going to fall for the trap. Karl Franz does dive in. That's going to allow the Cold One Knights to engage in hand-to-hand combat, but not before the Dreadlord. I was spat there because it was so crazy. Just gets beat the crap out of by Franz, who has a regrowth on him. Dreadlord is running for his life, and if he can dispatch these Cold One Knights, but there's so many of them surrounding him, he does have the support of Halberdiers, though his own mortars do force them off, it would seem. Reiksguard are now surrounding the Sorceress of Fire. This is a very close game. A load of the Empire forces are in retreat, though. We have some spearmen on this left-hand side. Bloodrat Medusa, 221 kills. Marathi Simps, you should be ashamed to not be supporting the Bloodrat Medusa. Reiksguard managed to dodge a burning head, good micro there by Elvis, and is now surrounding the Bloodrat Medusa himself. Dark Riders continuously pouring fire into Franz, who's near his healing cap, but it does look like those Cold One Knights did disengage and have been forced off. This is going to allow Franz to get into the sky. If he has Foe Seeker on him, here's a good chance he can chase off the Dreadlord and kill him. These two units of Dark Riders, though, have so much ammunition left, and there's almost nothing the Empire player can do now to catch them. And Earthblood is going to be going down, and the poor Medusa is kind of getting slapped around now by Franz. Earthblood has been popped on him, but he's at his healing cap, so healing's not going to help him too much now. Crows of Cain have been rescued by Stormrunner. Good play there. He can now hunt down those halberdiers and force off any guns who are returning. Looks like we do have some crossbowmen and handgunners here in the back lines. Dark Riders, though, will be sweeping them up, and I think we are slightly seeing the experience of Stormrunner come into the forefront here in managing the later stages of the game. Hunting down routing troops. He's taken away the Jade Wizard now. We can see in the distance these Cold Knights will be able to finish them off. But Elvis is certainly not going down without a scrap. In fact, balance power is in his favour. And if the Dark Riders run out of ammunition, all of a sudden they're going to be in big problems. We'll have to see where Stormrunner is watching. He is indeed focusing on his Dreadlord. Stand your ground popped on Karl Franz, but Foe Seeker on the Dreadlord shall allow him to escape it. Reichsguard are trying to save the Jade Wizard, but I think it's a bit of a mistake because they've now shattered, and 1-on-1, the Reichsguard will certainly lose that fight. Empire troops fleeing in all directions. The Blood-Rack Medusa, my god, that's a mouthful, may be able to escape. Coated in blood right now. Let's have a little look how much damage value she's got. Nearly 2k. Really good performance, and I think, much like the Ancient Salamander, if used successfully, and very niche matchups, it does depend on your opponent's build a little bit, they can be devastating. I actually really like Ancient Salamanders up against Dowie, for example. Dreadlord is going to be fleeing through the trees. Karl Franz has popped all his buffs a tad early. Now, he has 90 speed up against the 90 speed of the Dreadlord, so he's just going for the Hail Mary. I need to kill this Dreadlord if I want a hope of victory and then maybe tear out the enemy. I think fighting alongside the Spearmen may be a better idea now. They're holding the line, but imagine Franz around here right now. He could assassinate the crows, jump over here, kill the Sorceress of Fire, break off the Cold One Knights, and he'd be in a really good position. The mortars are back online, likewise are some crossbowmen. If you take a little look around the battlefield, though, there's not much else which can come back. And it looks like the mortar crew is about to be feasted upon by the Cold One Knights. And in the distance, a unit was wiped out, probably an unbreakable one at that. Dark Riders are trying to push through the trees, and Franz is going to be able to catch the Dreadlord here, and that's because if you get close enough, you do get that charge animation and a buff to your speed, and the dragon plops down onto the just about out of the water and glitches slightly through the map, because they never thought anyone would be fighting all the way over there. And it looks like the Dark Riders are actually going to break and run for their lives just by being in the presence of Karl Franz. Can the Emperor carry this? There is a good chance right now. Mortars are getting finished off, so are the crossbowmen. We do have some handguns rallying here, but the spearmen going down is huge, because Karl Franz is going to be forced to land, and he won't be able to pick and choose his engagements, but there's 40 swordsmen left over on the far side. The Crows of Cain get obliterated on the approach, but they make it in. These handgunners have picked a fight with the wrong, angry, naked, flying crazy ladies, and they are going to be getting wavered and slaughtered themselves, but I think Franz might have this. He needs to get back to these swordsmen as quickly as possible, though. He has to. And the Dark Riders have rallied, which is huge. I thought Franz was chasing these guys off. He didn't get them to the edge of the battlefield, which is really bad news, because Dark Riders with crossbows are the answer to killing Franz here. He is chasing the Dark Riders. He does have more kind of an easier time catching them because he's flying. He's swooping down, tear out these guys and breaking them. It's very key he gets them off the field, but he needs to make sure those swordsmen don't die. He has to have some ground troops on the battlefield, otherwise Franz's morale will drop and he'll be forced to land as quickly as possible. Which, when I think about it, are you guys excited for the fact in Total War Warhammer 3 there's going to be a fly-on, fly-off button that you can like land at choice? I think that's super cool. I think Malagor has it. I'm not sure if he has to fly. I think he can indeed land, which is kind of cool. Dark Riders have right here. Once again, they're going to be on the run, but I think Terror is going to play a pretty huge kind of a point in this battle right now, because the Dark Riders, they've lost their Lord. Now, the longer the battle goes on, hopefully that debuff will go away. Let's see if it's still popped. Yeah, Lord dead, -10. So I think it's normally -20 maybe, and then it drops to -10 after a while. But these Dark Riders are once again going to be running for their lives and almost certainly forced off the battlefield. Although the swordsmen are trying to hide in the trees, it seems, a little bit sneakier, like run for our lives. They're going to be hunted down by the Crows of Cain. I think Elvis has played really well, actually. He said he was a newer player. We've got more Dark Riders in the distance. But he's done a really solid job. We'd have crossbowmen coming back, trying to attack as well. And the Dark Riders have been shattered. I don't think there's any way to kill Franz. I really don't. I think we're going to have an upset, and the underdog leading with the forces of good, who got so abused in the last King of the Hill, might claim the first victory here. Good luck, have fun, they said, which is always good to see. Franz popped Foe Seeker, is on his way back. Probably going to be hunting that Sorceress of Fire's Butte. Oh, we do get a Fireball, though. And Franz is at his healing cap, so 2,900 health. He takes it on the chin like a champ, down to 2,700. I just don't think it's going to be enough. Cold War Knights are moving over to the left-hand side. So I think what Storm's trying to do now is his last desperate gambit. If he can kill these swordsmen, if he can force them off the field, he wants to spread out his army in all directions. And by doing so, Franz's morale will drop pretty rapidly if he's not on the ground. This is an underhand tactic, but I love it. It's very evil as well, so it makes a good point. You hide all your ground troops and you just spread out across the board, and you pray that Franz can't catch you quick enough. And that his morale just drops and he disappears. But at the moment, there are some swordsmen on the field of battle, and that's problematic here for the Dark Elves. But I think, I don't know. I feel like the swordsman might hold just long enough. If Franz can catch this sorcerer, it should start to force army losses here. Because the Cold Knight's trying to go into the corner. Franz is really struggling to catch up with the sorceress. I think what Elvis should have done is go and save the swordsman, like a while ago. But again, this is the kind of end game skill coming in by Stormrunner, attempted to claim victory here. But the sorceress is terrified and currently being hunted down. Franz did manage to land. Balance power is massively in his favour, so army losses could be key. He just needs to hunt down the sorceress and honestly go after the bleak swords. Finish them off. They can't escape because they're on foot, and army losses should set in and finish off those Cold War Knights. But he's really determined right now to hunt down that sorceress, and I don't blame him. She's done some pretty good work this battle. It looks like he is now going to charge down at the Bleak Swords. The Crows of Cain are here as well. And in comes the Franzmeister. Cold War Knights desperately now realising that they need to get back and surround Franz. These guys still hit pretty hard, and there's 18 models on them. With the Crows of Cain, with the support of some Dark Riders, maybe they can surround and break Franz. But it's going to be tough. I wonder if you're engaged in the skies, do you still get the massive debuff? Oh my god, you do! That's so disgusting! So if you keep like one flying unit left alive, you can like tie an enemy flyer up in the sky and they can't land. Oh, that's beautiful. So Franz is now going for the Dark Riders. Storm's trying to pull him back, but I think this is going to count as a landing. Oh my god, look at that swoop animation. And then all of a sudden his morale will start to go up quite heavily. Dark Riders are shattered, Bleak Swords try and get in there, but that is going to be game! Karl Franz, the Emperor the people demanded. Glorious stuff there, glorious. Oh my god, that was beautiful play, well played to Elvis. Come in with a wild Karl Franz pick, something you don't see often. The damage value, hopefully you guys can see that on your screens. I know it's a bit smaller for you guys. 4,227 damage value. Absolutely disgusting. And he carried. Across the board, damage value is poor on pretty much everything else. Halberdiers got 854. Crossbowmen really struggled. Handguns are okay. I mean, 800 and 400. Right, got 1,000. But that was Franz against the world. And Franz served that up on a platter. Dreadlord going down was huge. 1,440 damage value. I honestly think Storm played really good as well. 1,400 on the Sorceress. But it just didn't work out. It did not work out. The Cold War Knights, 2,236 damage value on one unit. My beloved Medusa, 1,963. Good to see the Crows of Cain in action, getting 1.2k damage value as well. GG, man. GG. Epic game. Whew. And is it Complex Slayer next? I thought there was one person before you. Oh, Shetland has signed up, my boy. As has Bob Trash. I'm going to try my best to get to everyone, so we're really going to be rattling through this quite quickly. And yes, it is complex after this. Ice Power, Deadly Bunnies, Chosen One, Rob Bane. So make sure you guys are ready. Let's update the scoreboard quickly. So good, with a surprise victory here. I will get you guys in chat in just a second. I see a lot of people have been joining in and saying hello. Welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are enjoying. Man, that was awesome. Karl Franz is not seen often. What? He's really not. Like, Karl Franz has fallen massively off the scene due to Volkmar. How did I win? Either way, it was a great game. Amazing stuff. I will now pick factions. And we shall go... Let's go to Grass Hill. It's not a fun map. Boop. Hopefully you guys can see this. Little Randall's gift. Let me know if you can, actually. You should be able to see it. And again, we go again until we get a force of good and a force of evil. Again, we won't allow Empire or Dark Elves at the moment.
Not unless they get caught.
Yes! Lads! Lads! We have the Dowie! So, forces of good get dwarfs. And then we just keep going to get a force of evil. I'll check out the filter in a second and see how easy it is just to organise. Oh, this is bad news! This is very bad news for evil. This is a terrible, terrible matchup. But again, Elvis did say he's a new player, so maybe he doesn't know the meta. So Elvis is Dowie. Complex is VP. The Dowie March, the Chads. I love how every time dwarfs like appear on a stream or even on a video, all my dwarf videos tend to do better than the majority of my like other videos. There's just a load of people like Dowie for the grudges, and I'm super happy that you guys are getting the FLC. It's I know it's only like a small change, but it's gonna be so nice getting the new Lord and the new rune system. Sad for Dark Elves, but GG nonetheless. Yeah, man. Franz is a demon. He was a demon, man. Grudges will be scratched. There are no Dowie simps, only grudge fetishists. Alright, let me quickly see if Flaky Pants is still here. And as a moderator. So Flaky Pants, you should be a mod now. You have the power to mute people as well. Please don't abuse the power, obviously, but I trust you to be sensible and keep chat in order when they go crazy. Really good for a new player. I've been playing Total War for donkeys, and any expedition I have with the duck here ends in like 1 minute and 23 seconds. I suck. Well, there's always time for improvement, man. I actually do lessons. I'm just going to put it out there for those watching. Those people who do support me on Patreon with £15 or over do get an hour lesson a month, and we can organise more lessons as well, but not to plug myself too much. But I'm going to be signing up a series, kind of trying to do some videos as well after the DLC on teaching new people to get into the game before Total Warhammer 3, which should be some good fun. And I'm excited for this matchup here. Toothgrass Hill does have a big hill, as the name would suggest. It's a very grassy hill. On one flank, you can see it kind of over here on the left-hand side, which will make this interesting. Maybe a Crabbo Rush could be the way to go. It could be the way to go. Please do scream, "I have the power," at least once. Or you want me to scream? Ilmatar, how's it going, champion? Hope you're all good. Time to crack open a cold one with the lads. Man, I'm so happy for the dwarfs. I mean, getting Dwarfs and Lizardmen in the same DLC for me is a dream come true, and Beastmen needed the love, so I'm very happy. I'm very happy with CA and what they're doing with the DLC. I'm praying like the new Lizardmen stuff is pretty damn good, because a lot of their DLC stuff they've had before, they tend to get the weaker side of DLCs. It does give them more variety, but you never really see Sacred Croxagors, Salamanders, and Razordons can be rare apart from in certain matchups. So I'd like to see, you know, a new unit in the meta. Maybe those little skinkies who seem to be shock troops. I'm very happy they're not skirmish troops, because people hate chameleon skinks enough as it is. That seeing those little boys come and they kind of fire a couple of explosive darts, then charge into combat, is an interesting like hybrid unit that we haven't really seen before. We have in historic games. It reminds me of like Hastati. You know, they kind of throw the javelins and then move in for the kill. So I'm excited to see how they perform. But they did announce the RORs, and that is what I'm most excited for. You can get a Regiment of Renown Carnosaur. Yeah, you heard that here. A Regiment of Renown Carnosaur. I'm very excited. I'm so excited. Yes, oh god. Ready. So it looks like Elvis is ready. I hate chameleons. Man, there are ways to deal with chameleons. Basically, just get a cheap unit and run at them. And the chameleons won't get their value, but they're annoying. Like, chameleons are very good. But they're more annoying than OP, I find anyway, but who knows. High Elves Duck. We do need some more High Elf love at some point, but they've got a lot of DLCs as well, so... I think they've got, like, one more than the Lizardmen, right? Am I tripping there? We've got Imric as a free lord. You have Elfarion the Grim. You have Alariel. So that's 3? Well, that's only 2 DLCs, right? Is there a lord I'm just forgetting for High Elves? Oh, and you got Alephanar. But I think he was... Was Alephanar free? I think Alephanar was free. So maybe they just got a load of free lords, which... Yeah, maybe they could do with some stuff. Oh no, why will it be terrible in multiplayer? Have they, like, revealed its stats and they're not good? No Warhammer 2 main factions need any more DLCs? Probably not. Oh man, Skink Oracles look swaggy. Yeah, Alario and Elfarion are the only DLCs. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense though, like, you need to pair Warhammer 1 factions with Warhammer 2 ones. That's why Warhammer 2 will get more DLCs. And I completely understand it as a business move. It's the only one that makes sense. You couldn't really do, like, a Beastmen Empire DLC for a game that's as old as Total Warhammer 1 and try to implement it into Game 2. At least in my opinion. So I think they've done the right decision for the most part. But anyway, let's have a little look-see. So, the forces of the Dowie, led by Elves here. Let me double check that I have got everything off the screen. I have indeed. He's been taking a defensive formation, bringing Grombrindle, my favourite lord, who is losing his flash bomb, which is huge. And I actually think we're going to be seeing Grombrindle far less now that that's happened. Engineers are gaining them instead. He's actually coming with the Rune Axe of Grombrindle, something I never see. Flash Bomb, Foe Seeker, Grombrindle has no fear. Rune Helm of Zuthbar. He is tanked out right now. We have triple cannons in a central pocket. Once again, Elvis playing defensively. Dwarf Warriors and Miners will be making up the main battle line. A little sad to not see Ironbreakers. They've become one of my go-to units in recent times. We have a Master Engineer with the Fiery Ring, and some Gyrocopters as well. So we have Gyrocopter with Brimstone Gun, Gyrocopter with Brimstone Gun, and Gyrocopter with, you guessed it, Brimstone Gun. Iron Drakes as well. 2 units, 1 on either flank. I like the build. Again, going defensive, it's the way to go. And it would seem Complex isn't playing around, though. He's also gone... I thought he was going to go rush. He'd deployed very wide, but he's actually gone at very long range here. We have a ton of polearms, a load of scurvy dogs, deck gunners as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deck gunners. Jesus, that's... Is that legal? I don't know how many deck gunners you can have. That's a lot of them. We have halberds dotted all the way along. Again, their AP may help slightly up against dwarfs. And I mean, you don't really have any good infantry. They do come in. Let's have a little look. 19 R-pierce and weapon damage isn't terrible, I guess. We also have a Vampire Fleet Admiral coming in with vampires, Invocation Heck, and Raise Dead shall be the poisons of choice. A Gunnery Wight, a single mortar, and Queen Bess, known to wreak havoc amongst Dowie kind. And this hill certainly will help out. Oh no, he's moved Queen Bess to the right. No, you should hide it, like, either behind the hill. I don't know if it'll have the range, to be honest. Or behind this. Like, try to place it right about here, and you can kind of pray that the cannons can't shoot you. We also have a load of Scurvy Dogs all in the back line. If they can sneak in, there's a big gap right here. If they can sneak in onto those cannons and shut them down, this game could go very, very differently than what I'm expecting it. Because at the moment, the Dwarf build is looking pretty tasty. You can take fire, I think, awesome. Yeah, Engineers are going to be good. Engineers are going to be... I feel like Engineers are going to be seen in almost every Dowie build. Particularly if they keep their Fiery Ring. I don't know if that's the case. But if they keep Fire Ring and Flash Bomb and they can give ammo to Gyrocopters, it's going to be hilarious. Engineers are going to make Gyro Bombers pretty fun. Oh, I agree, man. I'm excited. Oh, Grombrindle has no fear, becomes map wide, and lasts longer than normal. Oh, okay. Is that confirmed? That's going to be to compensate. I think a lot of the dwarf characters are becoming cheaper though, maybe? But some of the infantry is becoming more expensive and so forth. Cannons do unleash a salvo here into the deckhand mob polearms. They're going to be wanting to switch targets pretty much straight away. Handgunners do start to rain fire in on the gyrocopters, who are doing some good work, duking back and forth here. The gunnery wights are just vibing at the moment. Where is Queen Bess? So Queen Bess is not hidden, which could be a problem if the Dowie cannons do switch their target. They're currently wasting shots into polearms, but focusing down the gunnery wight, focusing down the Vampire Fleet Admiral or the Queen Bess is going to be the way to do this. In the back, the Scurvy Dogs have still not sprung their trap. I'd like to see them just slink into the woods there to ensure they're guaranteed hidden. If you look at the mini-map, though, you can't actually see them on the mini-map, and that is because sometimes when you go right in the corner on certain maps, you cannot be seen. All the cannons continue to shoot these poor polearms. The Dwarfs really hate this unit. Like, die, die, die. I think Elvis is micromanaging his gyrocopters instead of focusing on his cannons, but he should definitely start shooting some more of the expensive targets. These deck gunners are going to light up the gyrocopters. They need to stay well away from the battle, I think, at least for now into the end game. Queen Bess is going to start rolling up here, looking to get some shots in, and the cannons still focusing on those polearms. The polearms not having a good day whatsoever. I mean, at least they're going to get good kills for the cannons. Not particularly great value. In come the gyrocopters once more, and it really does seem like Elvis is focusing this as much as possible, his micro, and he wants to get rid of Queen Bess, coming in with some bombing runs, but the bombs aren't connecting super well here. One gyrocopter has been forced off at this moment. Bomb runs, just, yeah, they're not going to do enough. You need the gyro bomber if you're going to do that. These brimstone guns definitely should have been waiting on the peripheries of the battlefield till the battle really got going. Focus your cannons, use them to kill key targets, and when your enemy is forced to push forwards, then you use the gyrocopters. They are focusing down Queen Bess at the moment, doing some damage, but look at these deck gunners go! Oh my god, so many ruined gyrocopters! Welcome to Toothgrass Hill, lads. So many, like Black Hawk Down, like all these copters are down on the ground. And if you guys remember Black Hawk Down, the film, that was a film when I was a kid. Lots of shots going in though, and the gyrocopters have been killed to the last dwarf. Very unsuccessful bombing run there. Looks like the lads were just saying good luck, have fun. Scurvy Dogs are starting to move into position, and Queen Bess is now unleashing hell upon these dwarf warriors. Good news though for Elvis, if he can kill... Actually, it's quite tough now with the deck guns. It could be a bit of a problem. I think Queen Bess is the current focus of attention of the cannons. Let's have a little look. They're launching shots in, and they're going for the Lord. Again, a decent choice. Vampire Fleet Admiral, though, can duke and dodge. So I like the idea of maybe sticking one cannon on her, getting the other two onto Bessie. Looks like Scurvy Dogs have moved up. They've slunk right into the trees now at this point. And I would honestly send one unit in at a time and let my opponent think that I've used up all my skirmishers. This cannon crew is taking quite a pound in now. The others are rocking forward, trying to unleash some more salvos. But those mortar shots coming in are going to start connecting and being pretty damn dangerous. Miners will be able to clear through the chaff very quickly with their blasting charge, though, and the help of the Iron Drakes. But do the Dwarfs now have enough, now that they've lost their air support, to finish off all these deck gunners? It's going to be tough. Queen Bess has gone down, though, which is very good news for the Dwarfs. Of course, the mortars will continue to fire in. The cannons may want to switch targets onto the... That's a tough one. I mean, if you can kill the enemy lord, go for it. But Complex can just hide behind the carcass of Queen Bess or this little rock face here. Cannons have decided to switch targets to the mortars, and yeah, VP needs to get aggressive. And in comes one unit of Scurvy Dogs. This is just what I would do, actually. And oh no! Keep going! What are you doing? Scurvy Dogs, maneuver! Maneuver! No! No! They've been distracted by some grass, and the dwarfs don't even realise. This is so funny. Grumbrud was like, oh hey doggo, he's like patting them on the head. They seem friendly, and now he's committed to the fight. This is a dead cannon. This is a dead cannon. The Iron Drakes are going to start launching shots in, flaming the Scurvy Dogs. A flash bomb has gone down on them, and they themselves will get eviscerated, but for that they've bought themselves a cannon, which is definitely good value. Oh my god, look how quickly those dogs died when the Iron Drakes got to it. But there's another little slot here, and once again, just pulling another Scurvy Dog in the later stages of the game. I think Complex has managed the situation relatively well so far, though he has lost all of his mortars, and now the deck gunners, though, are unleashing hell, but they're focusing on miners, which is not good value for money. The Gunner White could be my next target if I was dwarf with those cannons, or kill the enemy general isn't the worst shout. Cannon crew is running. This is actually really bad for Complex, because the cannon crew is going to reveal the Scurvy Dogs if they get too close. So he's now going to push him, feast upon this cannon crew and finish it for good. There are now Dwarf Warriors and Great Weapons at back here protect him. Cannon shots are being launched in, aiming at the Vampire Fleet Admiral, and he is taking quite the pound in here. Deck gunners are just opening up fire. I think the Dwarfs need to get aggressive here. I mean, maybe not. The enemy are coming towards them. Blasting charges will eviscerate the polearms, and then they can just march forward, and it's going to come down to can Complex kite effectively with all his range. Scurvy Dogs do fall back, realising Grombrindle the White Dwarf is near and angry. Blasting charges do come in. Now, the mines have taken quite a pounding, but they still have decent numbers on their side, so the blasting charges will still wreak okay havoc, but the blasting charges don't seem to come out in the best shape. We do have the fire ring go down, but it only just skims some polearms. It's better to wait until those guys are in combat before unleashing this. The Iron Drakes are going to be a big problem for all of the infantry here. You can see how quickly they take these guys down. They also have that discouragement effect, meaning that the polearms, after one volley, start crumbling, which is just more and more damage. Look at this glorious fire going over the top of their own Dwarf Warriors, also coating and bathing them in fire. Oh my god, in massive friendly fire! When did the Dwarfs become Skaven? But at the end of the day, they did more damage to the enemy, so I guess it's okay. Scurvy Dogs once again shut down the second cannon this time. Both of them are getting a little bit wavery. They need to hop on the third cannon straight away. Targeting the Iron Drakes is a big mistake. He's trying to pull back. These are units that are probably going to get out of here. I would have sacrificed at least one and finished off that third cannon, because then range superiority is completely in the VP's hands. Handgunners can then focus down the Iron Drakes and try to kite the Dwarfs. Now that the cannons are gone, the Dwarfs should get super aggressive right now. Roast this front line and now to start pushing. All these Dwarf Warriors forward, Iron Drakes forward. We take the fight to our enemies. That should be the Dwarf mantra at the moment. Iron Drakes are doing a good job though, finishing off these polearms, but they did so much friendly fire, and it is actually quite hilarious. The deck gunners doing a good job. Still lots of them, but still many a Dwarf Warrior left alive, including a full health Grombrinder who can easily defeat this Gunnery White. And leader of the VP armor. Where is the leader of the VP armor? Army. Where's the carcass? Do you guys see it? Did she die? No way did the cannons get her before they died. It looks like they did. That is massive. I think Dwarfs can now stand a really good chance just outlasting the enemy. I did not see that Lord go down. Apologies, some bad casting by me there, but I'm assuming it is mainly due to the cannons. Master Engineer is focusing firing down at the Gunnery White, and the Dwarf Warriors are now starting to get a bit more aggressive. I like to see this. Scurvy Dogs, though, are going to be picking on some Dwarf miners, chasing them off the field. Good use of their time. And now the Dwarfs are putting their pedal to the metal, or foot to the pedal, whatever you want to call it. They're going for it. And they're starting to move forward, and this is just what they need to do. They're going to take massive losses on the approach, but deck gunners have 0 combat stats, basically. So if they can get to them, they will be able to kill them. And you see Complex is desperately shooting down this front line of Dwarfs. But if that allows the Iron Drakes to get close, I'm sure the Dwarf player won't mind too much. Gunnery White is starting to struggle quite badly. That's what I said, Bob. VP Lord is dead. Like, how? It must have been the cannons. She was getting pretty damn low. Gunnery White down to 1,500, and no magic healing is a big problem right now. Dwarf Warriors are going to clatter into the deck gunners. It looks like they're going to be trying to retreat, but they need to keep firing as well. You can't just retreat all your units. You have to retreat one, focus fire this unit of Dwarf Warriors down now with this unit, although it looks like he's trying to do that with Scurvy Dogs, so he can take a tiny bit of fire damage there, just a little bit of poke. On starting to fuse their flesh to bone, which is not going to be a fun day for them. And now the Iron Drakes once again are unleashing hell upon them. Yeah, there's friendly fire, but we don't care. We're the Iron Drakes. Scurvy Dogs are just cleaning up troops in the back, including a cannon. Good play there by Complex Slayer. Maybe hopping on top of the Master Engineer isn't the worst idea. He's a relatively solid melee combatant. These deck gunners are most likely dead. If you have a Scabberscape go down on the Dwarf Warriors are great weapons, but the Scurvy Dogs are dead themselves. Iron Drakes continue their advance. Scurvy Dogs looking to feast upon the souls of their enemies. The deck gunners are lighting up Grombrindle right now, but he is a rather stalwart dwarf. He's been through far more missile pressure than a few dusty bullets from some deck gunners, who are now under pressure as well by the Iron Drakes. And I think the forces are good. This game was a rocky start, but I think they've got this. I think they're looking pretty good. Iron Drake's still going strong. Deck gunners are dying in waves. Complex is being forced to focus down Dwarf Warriors instead of the Iron Drakes, and that's causing quite a few problems. We do have a Flash Bomb going down. Master Engineer continuing to push up. Scurvy Dogs have hopped on the Iron Drakes, which is a good target, but Iron Drakes do have 125 armor, so they don't care too much about that. But they have turned their back to fire into the Scurvy Dogs, and this is a mistake, because now the deck gunners light them up, break them, and the Scurvy Dogs can come back and kill the Iron Drakes, though they are crumbling due to that pressure early on. And it still can be kind of close here. Complex doing a good job in the later stages of this game, finishing off this unit of Iron Drakes, but Grombrindle's full health. So is the Master Engineer, and that's very scary stuff. Dwarf Warriors are going to catch these deck gunners eventually, but there is a big old Crabbo waiting nearby. Crab should move into combat. to save the deck gunners, I think. Deck gunners can then retreat and fire in and support him. But at the moment, he is getting focus fired down by the Master Engineer, who's done a brilliant job all day. In the back line, Skaven Dogs are going to be used to finish off that unit of Iron Drakes, which has been wiped out to the last Dwarf. They died before they shattered there, but the deck gunners have run very low on ammunition. Ammunition does support the balance of power, and it shall be victory for the Dwarfs. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yeah, I mean, the artillery did kill all of Coast 1 as well. Like, the Dwarf artillery killed Queen Bess, killed the mortars, and killed the Vampire Fleet Admiral, which is very impressive work. Well played by Elves. A really bad start, to be honest, with those gyrocopters. They needed to be way more patient. I see a lot of players do this with gyrocopters. They moved in and got basically no damage value on them, which is a shame. Grombrun only got 25, but he was vibing, he was chilling, it was all good. Commanding his troops. 738 damage value. Master Engineer is good work. And the Dwarf Warriors just took an absolute pounding, but that allowed the Iron Drakes to get nearly 1,000 damage value, actually. 958 here, 679 on the other unit. But the cannons, 1.7, 1.6, and 500 damage value. Maybe the Skaven Dogs should have sprung their trap slightly earlier. Well played by Complex, though. The Gunnery White got 500 damage value. The Infantry did nothing, of course. The deck gunners did a good job. 1,100, 1,100, 1,000, 590, and 1,000 damage value. My god, they gave some punishment to the Dwarf forces. Skaven Dogs not getting much damage value, although they did shut down those cannons, so not so sure about that. Queen Bess only got 600, 300 on the mortar. Well played, and a fun game nonetheless. Cannons hit your Lord while shooting at Bess. Oh, GG, that was close if any of my Lord didn't get killed at the very start. GG, well played. GG, well played. So, I think it's Ice Power, which is going to be a pretty tough challenge here for Elvis, I think. Let's go to Summer Song. Ice Power was a champion of Evil last time. Going on a ridiculous run, pin the forces of Evil very much in a dominant position. So let's quickly change the scoreboard. Good is 2-0 up, taking early gains here. Let's double check who we have next. So... Up next here we have Honk Power, aka Ice Power, then Deadly Bunnies, Chosen One, Robane, Katam, the Emperor, Lunacy, Blackthorn, Cypher, Hayden for Poland, and Grom Brindle, and Shetland Apache, and Bob Tresh. Now there may be some dropouts, so do be ready. Yeah, so, oh, sorry, I've still not message. Yeah, that's fine. So do be ready to hop in case you need to. So let's quickly hop in. Ice Power's here, quack quack. Ice Power, the man, the myth, the legend. A fellow YouTuber now as well. He has a lot of good point of view work. So, boo-boo, hog. So let's get their factions going. Who you guys want to see? Who have we not seen so far? So can we like filter out good and bad? Oh, you have to do it manually. Oh, that's so long. Yeah, I think we're just going to keep rolling until we get what we get. So let's see. Let's see what we get. Give us your best meme game. Ice Power better meme, man. So we've already seen Dark Elves. They probably won't be able to play. We've just seen Dwarfs. We're going to re-roll. Though I do love Dwarfs. After a couple of games, they can come back in for sure. Salutations, Duck. What's up, Diego? How are you? Maximilian Bitter. Hello, hello. Sorry I've not been chatting too much to you guys today. It's quite a swift format, this one. So we have Chaos for Ice Power. And then we go again till we get a good faction which isn't Dwarfs or Empire. Oh yeah, it's Randall's gift. Or Ronald's gift. We've already seen you. Give me a good faction which isn't Empire or Dwarfs. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Shame my lord got killed so quickly, for sure, man. For sure. Skaven, you are not forcing the good. You can bring one to me. Oh, what unit are we talking about here? No! Give me a good faction! Chaos is! Man, Randall's gift really hates me today. Just from their shout. You don't have to play the Lord. I will do another live stream at some point with that. Yes! Lizardmen! So we're getting some dinos. So, Lizardmen versus Chaos. No. Use whatever lord you want. So, the way you play this now as Lizardmen is, or the way I play it now as Lizardmen, you can do a few things. You can still, like, you know, go Dino Rush and try to meet your opponent head on. But what Chaos players tend to do is just go, like, an insane amount of skirmish cavalry. So the way I play this now is 4 Chameleon Skinks, 4/5, 5 Skink Colts with Javelins, Mazdamundion's Lack with a net, and some other spells, Apotheosis is useful, Feral Carnosaur, and a basic Stegodon with the bow on his back. And you kite. You kite. But Gorok, my boy! Oh, potentially my boy. Well, hopefully he brings them. You can limit the factions, but you have to do all of them manually. And that's effort. You have to do each individual one. You can't just, like, take out, like, a load of factions in one go. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it. It might be quicker. Oh man, there are some factions I don't play at all. Don't worry, man. Almost every player has factions they don't play. I don't really play VP that much. I've been playing Vampire Council a little bit more recently, but I don't really play them too heavily. I dabble with a lot of factions, but yeah, I mainly play kind of like Lizardmen, Norsca. Lizardmen, Norsca. I really like Dwarfs, actually. I do play a solid amount of Dwarfs as well. If you can play Norsca, you can pretty much play Chaos and vice versa. So I sometimes bring them in tournaments. But often it just depends how I feel on the day. Depends how I feel. Chaos are about to make some new boots and briefcases out of the lizards. Lord Khorne! The disrespect. The level of disrespect. Just open 2 windows. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys are so clever. That is true. But, oh my god. Alright, we're going to do that after this game. Yeah, I can open up another tab. Oh, I'm gonna have to input that to OBS actually. Okay, I'll try and do that in the next game. Colton A. I'm not sure what's wrong with the police. Big brain Gojira, man. Gojira's got the biggest brain. Chill with the spam, my dude, or you will get punished. Boop. I hope you're okay, Colton. I really hope you don't need any assistance, but I don't think we've got any mods in chat, so I'm going to do it myself and pop over. There you go. Sorry, my dude. But yeah, just try not to spam it too much. You can spam a little bit, like here and there. What's the police number again? Okay, Ice Power's ready. He's ready to ramble. Looks like he had a build prepared. Now, Ice Power was the champion last time of Evil. He got them on a ridiculous run. Won like 5 games in a row or something. So he is needed right now. They're 2-0 down. They're 2-0 down against the Forces of Good, which can be a bit rough for them. What if there's a cry for help? Well, then he should probably be calling the actual police. 911 is, I think, America. It's 999 in the UK. And, oh, Elvis is ready to go. Cool. Let's rock and roll, lads. Let's rock and roll. It's 100 where you are. It's 911 in North America. I mean, here's a good thing to know. There's also 111, I believe, in the UK if it's not an emergency, but you need, like, assistance. Real human being, I feel like would be infected with Skaven within seconds if I made you a mod. There'd be Skaven all over the place. Flashbacks. 911 flashbacks, oh no. It's 100 in India. 997 in Poland. I wonder what the thinking's behind a lot of these numbers. I felt like they did 999 just because it's easy to remember. But anyway, here we go. So Elvis has gone very meta. No, he's not. Okay, he's not gone very meta. I thought he had, but I was mistaken. Oh no, Ice Power. Oh, I see. I feel the skirmish cab in my bones already. So for Elvis, we have skink cohorts of javelins leading the way. Very good pick. Source Warriors in the secondary battle line, once again taking a defensive formation. It seems that's his kind of style of play. Cohort of Sotek on the right-hand side, Umbrella Tide in the central pocket with a Bastildon solar engine. Can bring a lot of pain to the enemy. Umbrella Tide can be tricky to use and pretty relatively easy to dodge, but they have Stalk, which does give them a bonus over their basic Salamander brethren, and can do huge burst damage to the enemy. Here we have Slack. Let's give him just a little nick scrub. There we go, because he is the best boy. Don't let Grimlock hear me saying that. So we've got Lord Mazdamundi coming with Apotheosis, as well as Comet of Cassandora. Pure swag on this man. Banishment, Ruination, Comment. He's here to bring all the pain. We also have a triple Chameleon Skink, so cool build. I like it quite a bit. It's good fun. As for Ice Power, we do have Mordor Horsemen dotted all the way along. Some of which are Throne Axes, which will give them that better EP against taking down the big dinos. We have Chaos Marauders dotted through the front line. Chaos Warriors, oh no, Chosen backing them up. Oh hell yeah! This is the rock and roll stuff we need in our life. Triple Chosen. I'd have liked to have seen the Great Weapon variety in this matchup a bit more, but still very cool. And the Swords of Chaos rolling dirty with Archaon the Ever Chosen. Burnhead and Fireball his weapons of choice. Swords of Chaos, generally considered not particularly amazing, but they do give Apocalyptic Charge to nearby, oh, that's actually map wide, that's a pretty cool buff. And we have Guardian, plus 15% physical resistance, you roll them with Archaon, he can certainly do the work. Now, a big problem for the Lizardmen here, massive problem, is going to be these Horsemen. Gary needs to focus them down, Umbral Tide needs to spring that trap on them as, like, every opportunity, basically. Chameleon Skinks can focus fire down the one unit Horseman, but they need to be careful here. They don't want to get caught out of position. But looks like they are about to fire and shoot in. Horsemen have overstayed their welcome. Can be taking a load of blow darts to the face and having to retreat here. Bad day at the office for them so far. And up comes, I almost called him Barry there. Gary, I should say. And he fires a shot directly into some Chaos Marauders, which is the target he really does not need to shoot. He needs to shoot those Throne Axes or pretty much anything else. Burning Head's going to come down on the Skinks. They do react pretty swiftly, only taking minimal damage there. Burning Head was not overcast, it seemed. Oh no, maybe it was overcast. It's going in a relatively straight line. Chameleons with their javelins in the front line are going to have the same problem miners sometimes have. They simply can't use up all their javelins. Saurus Warriors need to get in combat. We have our first Comet of Cassandora coming down, trying to catch Marauders and the Chosen are walking directly to the Comet. Come on, Comet! Strike with the righteous fire of the old ones! Kaboom! Not catching them straight up, unfortunately, but still doing some good work nonetheless. It's always cool to see that in action. Umbral Tide are eviscerating some Marauder Horsemen out here on the flanks, but they will be moving into combat to counterpunch them. Mazdamundi is being way too idle right now. Needs to get into the action. He's a big boy. He can look after himself and engage with the enemy. Chameleon Skinks are forcing off Marauders, but, well, actually, the other way around. Marauders are just absorbing your damage. Cool, you want to shoot my Marauders? We're worth next to nothing. You're not going to get any value from us. We do see a net come down on a unit of Chosen, followed up here by a Banishment. Nice little pick here, and actually the gold one's going down for some reason. Maybe he's trying to protect these Saurus Warriors, I suppose. And the Banishment is going to roast all the Marauders. Chosen is struggling a little bit now. A fat Burning Head goes down the line on the cohort of Sotek, and that is doing some really lovely damage right there. Good stuff coming in by the Warriors of Chaos. And the big problem here is all the Horsemen are alive. What I do in this matchup, I overcast the net. Everyone keeps their Horsemen too close. You overcast the net on this, and then you drop your Banishment here and your Ruination here, and that's 3 dead units of horses. Lord Mazdamundi is currently tussling out with the Swords of Chaos. If Archaon can get his booty over there, he can really bring the pain to some large creatures. He doesn't have Slayer of Kings though, so he may struggle a little bit. Umbral Tide have fallen back. They're being pursued by the Swords of Chaos, which is bad news for them, and everything seems to be coming up evil so far. The Chaos Marauders are going to be able to force off some of the Rallian Saurus Warriors. Marauder Horsemen were forced back, but it is Mazdamundi against the world, it would seem, and the world is angry. The Umbral Tide do fire some more shots in. We're going to get a second Comet of Cassandora, aiming at both units of Chosen, who are pinned in place by the Saurus Warriors. And I don't think they're going to juke it in time. I mean, it's not the best place. It's kind of just behind them. Still, they take big damage, but maybe he was thinking they were going to try and retreat from it, and then get caught in it even worse. Lord Mazdamundi is still going strong, whipping his hair back and forth, trying to deal with Archaon. With the help of a Bastildon, he might be able to do it. 2v1 Archaon, and really show him a dino pounding. But there's a lot of Chosen left alive and nearby. There seems to be some glitch on the floor. You guys are seeing this. There's a little bit of a rave. It's like a smiling frog face, I'm going to call it. Mazdamundi has brought into existence here. Skink Javelins are launching shots in, aiming at the Chosen. Not a bad target, but the Chameleon Skinks really... This is honestly how you deal with Chameleon Skinks. Like, okay, they've killed some Chaos Marauders, and they've got 40 kills, but they're away from the battle, and they're not shooting anything useful when they're really kind of needed over here. Sure, the other one goes down. Lord Mazdamundi's trying his best, but the Everchosen is a tricksy customer. Mazdamundi really needs to be cycle charging. Obviously, he can't against the Everchosen because he's horseback and very quick. Mazdamundi's punch comes with that big 70 charge bonus. And some of his attack animations, he kind of whips his tail back and forth, and that actually lowers his melee defense by half if you get hit in the rear, which isn't good. Gary's trying his best, going toe-to-toe with the Everchosen. We have some rampaging Saurus warriors trying to support, but look how many horsemen are alive. Look how many are still here. A banishment's going to go down trying to catch the Chosen, but I really think the banishments and ruinations needed to be used on the horseman here. Once he kind of lost all his chameleons and javelins and stuff, he had no other answer to them, so that's where it needed to go. But I think Mazdamundi, he's just trying to survive long enough to pop a ruination, but because there's no net, I think the horseman will escape, although it looks like it was cancelled in favour of an apotheosis. But Mazdamundi does fall, and the forces of good shall suffer their first loss of the stream against a familiar opponent, the champion of evil, the Dark Elves. Who banned who? I'm not sure. Oh, Raptor, man. Raptor's a true champ, man. He managed to catch the bot. I'm assuming he came in and just said a load of rubbish again. I mean, I guess I appreciate the view, but yeah. Lord Mazdamundi is running. Unfortunately, the poor little cohort of Sotek 9 models are going to be trying their little hearts out. Look at these lads go. Let's watch them as they carry the day and defeat all the forces of chaos. Oxotl would make these guys proud, I'm sure. They're going to be charging in onto the Chosen, swinging their blades back and forth. And maybe they'll kill one Chosen or two. They actually pound a Chosen down. That's what I'd like to see. Please say these guys pop refuse to die. They did. Oh, that's hilarious. Like, fight to the last. Fight to the last. Look at these little ninja flips they do. They kind of like twirl and swing the mace around with the momentum. But now Refuse to Die has been kind of dissipated. They've got no HP each. And they're just getting cut down here. But at least they kill an extra Chosen. And at the end of the day, that's all we want to do is kill as many Warriors of Chaos as is physically possible. And down the last Skinky goes. The cohort hard carry. Ice Power is Dark Elves now. He can become Dark Elves, I suppose. GG's to Elvis. Elvis played good, man. Elvis played good. He was a newer player, came in with 2 victories, and did solid up against Ice. He ran it relatively close. 2,400 damage value on Maz. The Saurus kind of suffered, though, and the Chameleon Skinks, again, like, yeah, just not paying for themselves. Due to just good game management by Ice Power. He lost all his Marauders, but at the end, I don't think it was that close because the Everchosen was full health. Pardon me there. 2,000 damage value. The Chosen were going strong as well. The Swords of Chaos, full health and 2,000 damage value is very good. And there's so much skirmish potential left. I really think an Overcast Net, Banishment and Ruination is the way to deal with enemy skirmish cavalry. Well played and thanks for the game. Sword of Chaos OP. GG, well played. Swords confirmed OP for sure, man. For sure. So, up next is Deadly Bunnies. And then it'll be Chosen One, Rebane. And then on and on. So, let's update the scoreboard. Evil is back, baby. Evil's back. So, only 2-1 now. Ice Power, it can certainly go on a good run as well. So, is there a way I can copy this? Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of magic behind the scenes, guys. And hopefully, let's do Evil. We will be able to get the faction picker working slightly better. So, there should hopefully be a second faction picker up now. Oh no, is it not working? Curse you, faction picker. I can select that, but I can't scroll up and down. No! Okay, well, I'll sort that out for next stream. I thought that might happen. I remember the first one being a bit janky. For now, we're just going to stick to the one. And we'll add and take away factions and stuff. So let's go first. See what we get in with. He's back. He's back. Blackthorn, by the way. Welcome, by the way, to the stream. You should... someone ban Colton, I'm afraid. We're just seeing what it does, so... you. You should have some new duck emojis you can use, or duck, whatever they're called.
Time to kill.
So we have Skaven. Skaven for the forces of evil. And now let's take away all the evil factions. I think this is quicker. Hopefully this is quicker. Bam, bam. But it takes away the fun of repetitively having to hit the same button, which is a shame. There we go, we'll see. So we won't play Dwarfs or Lizardmen, because we've had them in the last 2 games, but everything else is game. I knew it. As soon as I said it, I was like, Dwarfs are going to pop in. I can feel it. Let's see who we get. No, oh my god. Right, I'm going to sort this out once and for all. Where are you, you pesky boys? Right, Lizardmen, you're out of here. Dwarfs, you're out of here. So it's Skaven. Skaven versus...
Defender of
High Elves. Awesome. Awesome. So, Skaven versus HE. Storm Demon is Matt. I've come to represent factions I don't play. They're basically familiar but fast. Cool. Yes, you have some more ducks. I love it. Problem solved. Thank you, whoever did that. Thank you much. Don't ban him, they were having a deep conversation there. Oh no, did I take out Tomb Kings? Tomb Kings should be in there. Oh, you're talking about how good they are. I put Tomb Kings in the forces of good because they're pretty neutral, and good have less factions than evil, so it made sense. Realistically, they should be on both sides, like Ark and the Black on evil, and probably the rest on good, but we weren't able to do that, I'm afraid. High Elves, I understand from the point of view. From many point of views can be evil, but they are, in general, considered a good faction. Got the worst elves, oh well. High Elves can be okay. Hashtag bring Colton back. Oh, they were there. Oh, perfect. Man, I love the little duck with the butter knife. We're just waiting for bunnies. Yeah, we've got bunnies in the building. That's embarrassing for a chosen member. He died to a little lizard with a stone glove. Hey, this little lizard's got swag, man. You can't count them out of anything. Can't count them out of anything. Yes, Master Fawn has arrived. Oh yeah, the casino bots that go round. Luckily I haven't been plagued by them yet. But I'm sure we'll get some at some point. Logic! Quack quack! How's it going, champ? We did get some Dowie action earlier here, which I'm sure you were a big fan of. Hope you're all good, man. Gonna wash my hair, I'll be right back, no worries. Logic has entered the building. He is a fellow YouTuber and a fellow occupation of my household. he lives with me. Which is always awesome. And he's got a really cool YouTube channel. You should definitely go check it out. It is, I mean, Logic, you can feel free to drop a link. But if you just type in, like, Logic and Total War, it should pop up. So how do High Elves play? You get a Star Dragon. No, you get a Dragon Mage and just win. That's how I consider win. You get a Fire Mage and chuck him on a Dragon. Yes, Venge's here. The casino bots are the loves of my life. Yeah, if you guys ever see a link underneath one of my videos in the comment section, which I haven't put there personally, do not click it. Because, yeah, I do get bots. YouTube catches the majority of them. But occasionally one or two get through. Just tell Ice to bring no range. Skaven range is weak. Doom Flayers are strong. I like Doom Flayers, they're a fun unit. They don't work super well now, but they're still pretty cool. High Elves, you air cheese or archer box and complain when you lose. Hank, I mean, Deadly... Oh, no, Deadly Bunnies has changed his name. His name on one of my videos I put up recently was like Plenty of Excuses or something. I was like, that's what every player should have in their arsenal. You need micro, you need builds, you need battlefield awareness, and then you need good excuses for when you lose. That's how to form a complete Total War Warhammer player. Man, yeah, honestly, Elves, just get a load of single entities and a L'Oreal, and you're okay in some matchups. Not so much against Skaven, because of the long-range pressure they can bring to the board. Man, if he goes Swordmaster Rush, I'll be so happy. Is it Venge or Venge? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait for him to pop up. What's up, Conrad? Hola, hola. How you doing, champ? Hope you're all good and getting ready to enjoy the stream. Can't wait for the Dwarf resurgence. Man, I am so excited. I'm so excited. I mean, I know they're only getting like a few small changes, but it's still going to be really good fun to have them a bit more fresher. And just everything switching up. Every time a DLC drops, things do change, tend to be relatively drastically. But let's be real, okay? I'm memeing, but let's be real, okay? Skaven Ranger's weak, Doomflares are strong. I don't know if you are memeing Ice. I saw your skirmish cavalry. I saw all your discussing skirmish cavalry last game. Tequila Sunset, how are you doing, buddy? I see that you sent in a video today. I will endeavour to try to watch it tonight and fit it in my schedule. Got a lot to cast over the next couple of weeks as well. We're probably doing some DLC stuff, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'll let you guys know when I can drop stuff and all that good stuff when I know. But yeah, it's going to be very busy. I'll probably end up doing 2 videos a day when that happens. I'll have to see. Logic posting casino links again. Someone ban this evil man. Can a mod ban a mod? That'd be an interesting... It sounds like some kind of weird ancient riddle. So, for the force of the High Elves, purposefully exhausting, aka Deadly Bunnies, trying to get good back on track. They lost that last game, which is always quite sad, and he's coming in with the long-range firepower. Triple Eagle Claw bolt throwers are his weapons of choice, as well as archer spam. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 archers, a bucket ton of Illyrian Reavers to pressure the enemy back line and protect his own. Rangers, who will certainly be able to chew through a never-ending kind of vermin tide of slaves. We do have Tyrion, my boy, on horseback. So it's not foot Tyrion, which is a little bit sad, but still very cool. Coming in as well with all his good buffs. Yeah, all the good stuff. Heart of Avalon. And Tyrion can actually be disgusting. He is very underappreciated in the multiplayer scene. He's a very powerful duelist who can hunt down a lot of creatures. There's just better options for the High Elves, and that's why he tends to not get picked. Plague Rust, Serum Doom, Mage of Metal, which is quite common in these bow-heavy builds. Should be some good fun, looking to outrange the Skaven, which is always a little bit of a challenge, but he's certainly going to be able to do it here today, apart from the Natty Bobos, who could cause big problems. Skaven is going to have to get aggressive. We have Clan Rats and Slaves dotted all the way along the front line, backed up by Poison Wing Globadiers, 1, 2, and 3. Can do some really good pressure. And then just, yeah, more chaff dotted all the way around. We do have the Council Guard in the back, with triple Rat Ogre support, such a good counter-punch unit, and double Warplock Jezzails, one of which is the Natty Bobu Sharpshooters. These units are so fun, like the models. When they like kick the little rat and he like turns around and stuff. Man, Skaven Society really is just garbage. With a Plague Priest coming in as well, I'm assuming just with all the summons, that's what you tend to see here. We've Howling Warpgale with the Warplock Engineer, and then yeah, the Plague Priest, just kind of both the summons. So yeah, good competitive stuff. Pestilent Birth, Vermintide, and just trying to catch out any flyers. Leading the force, we do have, oh my god, Ice, you hero of the people. We do have Tretch Craventail, generally considered one of the worst lords in the game. He can Vanguard though, and he's looking pretty eager here, sniffing the ground. trying to get toe-to-toe with the enemy. I'd love to see him deployed right in this back corner, then slowly run up and jump a bolt thrower crew or something. Now, Tretch actually has decent melee defense of 70, which you'd think make him tanky, but only 3,000 HP. He can still be pretty squishy at the end of the day. Seems like he's coming in majority naked. He has stand or die and scurry away, but he doesn't come in with his glorious little helm, which is kind of funny. But yes. My banhammer is ready. Oh yeah, we can hunt those guys down. It is Tyrion. It is Tyrion. I can ban mods. I'm sure I can. But I don't know, like, if other mods can ban other mods. You'd have, like, mod wars. Did Treasures take damage? Oh my god, he got shot by a bolt thrower. Oh, that's great. That's great. So Treasure's already taking some damage. It looks like the Globadiers are going to be the focus of attention at the moment for the bolt thrower. It's not a bad idea, and then when the Giselles get in range, you can shoot them instead. Bolt throwers are currently doing a single shot, looking to kill models, so they do clip some Skaven slaves there, which isn't going to be the best use of their time. Bowline is going to have a fabulous time up against this, though the Rat Ogres could cause problems, and there is a lot of Skaven on the field of battle. 1,300 is going to be pretty damn hard to protect the number of archers that Deadly Bunnies has brought to the table. Upgraded Plague Rust goes down on the Poison Globadiers, lowering their armor to 40, though Ice Power, good play here. Just going to pull back, just going to ignore you. Not going to take these shots, although he takes a few in the rear, taking some big damage. Reavers are really lurking on the flanks, which is going to add a bit more pressure to the Skaven. I would like to see 1 or 2 units kept in reserve to just cycle charge this front line to death. Rangers are starting to push up, but the Poison Globadiers are being dealt with here. This unit on the left-hand side, though, is still alive and healthy. I like the focus fire, though. Deadly Bunny is doing what you should do and obliterating 1 unit at a time. We are going to be seeing a Searing Doom come in, though, on these clan rats, but it's not the best aim. It still does relatively solid damage, and Tyrion will be able to carve his way through. Sunfang's going to be very good here, but I don't think he brought it. Or is that an ability? Maybe you don't get to see it. Hopefully he does have that. Elite Reavers are falling back, trying to get into the juicy back line of those Poison Globadiers, and the bowline is causing absolute carnage, but big misplay on this left-hand side. Reavers, who are so pivotal to this high-off build, have been caught out by Rat Ogres, as well as the Natty Bobu sharpshooters. Poison Globadiers currently running for their lives. Tretch Craventail has found himself in a glorious hand-to-hand fight against Tyrion, who's popped all his buffs, and Tretch manages to do what Tretch does, and escape, flee, yes. Rangers are starting to push forward, getting aggressive. I'd be almost a little bit cautious and kind of hold back and just allow the archers, who are winning the day at the moment, just to keep firing, because otherwise the Rangers may get picked off by Rat Ogres. You can see, though, a bit of a misplay by Ice. They've chased Reavers for too long, trying to save Poison Globadiers, which obviously is a good idea still. A fat Searing Doom does catch Council Guard and Poison Wind, and it seems like Deadly Bunnies is in the mood for business. Plague Monks are summoned, though. They're going to carve through these Rangers with deadly efficiency. They're going to be twirling those blades and cutting hamstrings of those little elf boys. Tyrion is slamming into the characters, which is a good idea. He's supported by some Rangers, but now a Clan Rat summon is going to make him in a bad situation. Particularly with these Rat Ogres pouring in, the archers are going to have to focus fire down those Ogres as quickly as possible, but look at the back line for the Elves. It's all still operational and firing. That is such bad news for the Skaven. Reavers, though, need to be careful. There's more Rat Ogres on that flank who could pour in and do some good work. Tyrion's having to fall back, and these Rat Ogres could be the breadwinners in the end game here. They don't have that much armor, so archers can finish them off, but Skaven have managed to bust through that Ranger line now. Some Rangers over-committing on that right-hand side need to get back round to this position. The Plague Priest has overextended a bit. Tyrion might be able to shut him down, but it looks like at the moment Reavers are quite happy to cycle charge the front line, which I like. I think that the High Elves have played this pretty fantastically so far, but you can really never count out Ice Power. He's a very talented player, and he will scrap to the bitter end. Rat Ogres are being focused down, though, which is good. Council Guard, 116 models is not too shabby whatsoever. Tyrion is now dishing the damage out to the Plague Priest. Tretch has popped in here, and he's going to be coming in with a lovely little summon of Clan Rats, though, not Plague Monks, which would have been far nicer. Reavers are being shut down, and it looks like the Rat Ogres are just trying to be saved for the end game. A lot of the High Elf Cavalry has gone down at this point. Natty Bobu Sharpshooters, though, are being forced off, and the game is kind of dragging out more and more, allowing the Skaven to recover from what was some pretty huge early losses. Miscast goes down by the mage, but it's still going to get off that Plague of Rust. Minus 60 armor goes down to 30 armor. And look at the Council Guard's health. It just drips and drips off them. That is really bad news for those pointy ears there. Well, not pointy ears, but pointy sticks, we should say. Poison Wind Globulars aren't looking too healthy. Tyrion, on the other hand, is very healthy. Struggling to get to grips, though, with this Plague Priest. He's been engaged for quite some time up against this guy, but can't seem to finish him. He should be able to kill him here, but Clan Rats will try to come in and muck up Tyrion. That's one thing that summons are very good at doing. Poison Wind Globulars seem to be getting shut down. Council Guard did survive, I think. They did. 73 models is still nice, but very low HP. And the Bolt Throwers nearly have ammunition, but being able to fire all day is really rough for the Skaven. I mean, the fact almost all the archers are out of ammo, they've certainly all paid for themselves, but it could be scary here. I think Deadly Bunnies needs to actually stop firing with his archers for now. All that ammo needs to go into the Rat Ogres, otherwise he's going to have nothing left in the endgame to finish them off, and you can see Ice Power simply going to be pulling them away. Yeah, the Bolt Throwers are going after the Rat Ogres, everything into the Rat Ogres, because Tyrion can pretty much solo everything else. I'm really surprised he didn't bring Sunfang, like really surprised. On Tyrion, I don't think he's brought it. That's like such an odd choice, particularly against Skaven. You can like one-shot so many of their units. But if all the archers do finish off the Rat Ogres, then this is certainly an elf victory. But if that doesn't happen, there's like nothing left for the elves for melee apart from Tyrion. We have another Clan Rat summon coming down onto the archers. Poison Globulars getting finished off by the Reavers. Plague Priest is currently running for his life, and Tyrion is a little bit idle right now. Rangers are going to pour in. Rat Ogres are very squishy, so they will take damage against most foes, including Rangers. And it's very pivotal they get the attack. They need to get the charge, really, if they want to dish out damage. Archers continue to fire into the Rat Ogres. A bit of a flank overload now coming in on the right-hand side as the Skaven have repositioned their force to whip around and try to focus down some of the archers, who are running so low on ammo right now. This unit of 14 needs to be protected, though, because they have a lot of ammunition left, and that could be pretty huge. A lot of the Skaven forces starting to break and rout. Tyrion has gone for the Leroy Jenkins approach. He's a character who can indeed pull that off, but he's now surrounded by unbreakable troops and Rat Ogres. He's going to be coming in, though, it would seem, with a Searing Doom, a nice little bait and, not even switch here, bait and stick almost. I'm going to risk Tyrion to obliterate all your forces. One unit of Rat Ogres has been dealt with, and Tyrion has been a beast right about now. More Rat Ogres are fleeing for their lives. Are there any Reavers left to chase them down? We've got some here, but they're currently preoccupied. And another unit did just get eaten and gobbled up by the Rat Ogres. A big old fight in the middle, and this is kind of risky. Tyrion is starting to struggle. Now, he does have the Half Avalon. The problem is he normally breaks before it's popped. Tretch Craventel getting in there, trying to give the business. Plague Priest is nearly dead. Warlock Engineer is running for his life, but so many more units are pouring in. Archers drawing out their rapiers and charging into hand-to-hand combat, trying to surround these Rat Ogres. Tyrion breaks from the battlefield. Can he get out of there? This is a crucial moment. If he can get out and escape, a lovely Searing Doom. Beautiful stuff there. Does manage to obliterate a lot of these units, and Tyrion has managed to regain all his health. Rat Ogres probably won't have the pace to catch him, I don't think. He's very swift on his horse, and with that full health coming back, it's probably going to be game. But again, archers are just dead. There's no ammo left on anything. They do need to bunch up, though, and get together and put their lives on the line. Tyrion does come back here. Good luck, have fun, they said. Good to see, good to see. Bolt Thrower Cruiser launch themselves into combat. This is such a close game. Plague Priest is in here. So is Tretch Craventel. Another Searing Doom's going to come in. The Searing Doom play has been really good today. Really, really impressed. Rat Ogres try and fall back, but if anything, they accidentally walk into a bit more. The characters can all be finished off by Tyrion. These Rat Ogres are the real problem here, if I'm being honest. The Council Guard as well, 16 rolls not too shabby. We do have a Clan Rat summon. Elene Reavers are going to countercharge the Rat Ogres, and it's going to go bad for the Reavers, but at least they'll do some damage, and the more damage he can pour onto these Rat Ogres, the better. We are going to see the Mage of Metal coming in, popping a Plague Rust on the Council Guard. Interesting choice. Tyrion is struggling. He's up against so many single entities, plus Rat Ogres. Skaven might have this. Tyrion's taking such a beating right now. And yeah, there's a lot of archers left, but they got no ammo. More ammo is, though, being loosed here by the archers. Tyrion needs to be so careful. Don't die, buddy. Equal Buffers have been forced off. He's trying to assassinate Tretch, but Tretch, I'm telling you, is a little bit sticky because of his good melee defense. And Tyrion just launched himself into combat. May have just cost the battle there, I think. The archers just needed to be a bit more patient, get as many Searing Dooms in as possible. Another fat one's going to come in. Tyrion is going to escape. Searing Doom does good work, but a lot of these troops are unbreakable in this central pocket, or leaders, so they're unlikely to run. And Tyrion breaks again. He breaks again, and with that, a lot of the archers just give up hope, seeing their lord flee from the battlefield. The mage has gone down as well. There's like no Skaven troops left whatsoever. Rat-Ogres are taking some volleys. There's somewhere there are archers with ammo left. This unit, do you have any volleys left? No. Tyrion can rally and come back once more. More shots are pouring in. Rat-Ogres, 1,000 HP, and wavering. This is huge. Tyrion should assassinate these Rat-Ogres immediately. Immediately. No! He's charging to try and kill the enemy commanders, and that's going to mean he's going to get countercharged by the Rat-Ogres, who are out of position there. And I think that's what's really doing the damage to Tyrion, to be honest. So finish off the Rat-Ogres. Like, jump them now. They're out of position. If he just hops on them, he can do some good work. It looks like he is aiming at them. They're routing from the field. Archers do charge in. Plague Priest breaks. Warlock Engineer breaks. And what looked like certain victory a few seconds ago for Skaven, their armies just break. They're too tired. The mage has come back. Seeing the glorious Prince Tyrion return to the field broke the hearts of the Skaven people. I thought they had that. I thought they had that. Tretch was holding the line. They were beating the crap out of Tyrion. But the Elvish Prince fights back. Whoo! That was knackering, man. That was knackering. My God. My God. I have no idea how that Skaven force broke. Well played. I think it was just Tyrion coming in. 1.6k damage value, not too shabby. 1,114 on that Mage of Metal. 103 kills for that lady. Really good Seer and Dooms throughout. The Rangers just cleared chaff, which was their job, but the Archers were the real damage dealers here. 970, 700, 720, 500 damage value. Okay, nothing too crazy. Reavers put their lives on the line. Bolt throws 855, 948, 1100. So a nice spread amount of damage. And the fact all the archers and bolt throwers used up pretty much all their ammunition, it's always going to be a good day. But Ice Power is a Wile E. Coyote type of player. He'll scrap it out to the death there. And he's got quite a few tricks up his sleeve and nearly pulled it out the bag. Keeping his Raugers to the end game was really smart there. 1,600 damage value on this unit, the other two suffering slightly, and then the Warlords Elves got outshot. The Poison Wing Globadiers, though got Felix Fire down, still nearly paid for themselves. They're a very powerful unit. I think this unit, actually, I think they're only 550 gold, so this unit paying for itself, and this unit, 122 kills, 22,000 damage dealt, 1.7k damage value. Good work from them. Of course, all the rats just tend to die, which is a bit of a shame. Tretch, oh god, Tretch 300 damage value. But he survived, and he was a pain in the butt. GG, well played. I also forgot the map is Autolose of Giselles. Nah, I honestly think Ice Player played good. Oh no, man, I don't feel beat up because I suck. Nah, man, just because you lost the game. I mean, Deadly Bunnies is very powerful, and the bolt throws did manage to connect relatively well there. So we're going to mix up the map. We're going to go to River Maxon next. Forces of Good have prevailed. So let us update the score there. So Good doing far better than they did last time. I think last time they only got like 3 points overall or something. So they're doing good so far. They're doing very good. Let's have a little look quickly at Discord and see who's up next. It is Chosen One. So Chosen One, if you are watching, it's your time to shine, buddy. Password is 1234. After that, we have Rebane, Katam, Emperor, Lunacy, Duckfawn, Zypher, Hayden for Poland, Grombrindle, Shetland Apache, Duckfawn, and Poon and Friends. We're probably not going to get through everyone. We're going to be running for 3 hours. So I think we're about halfway through. We've had, what, 5 games? 4 games? But people do tend to drop out in these type of things, and we might go over the 3 hour mark, but not by too much, because I still need to cook today. So let's make sure Chosen One's in. Let's send him a little message. And I'll sort out the armies in advance. Boo, 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 boo. Are you online, Mr. Chosen One? Does not look like it. Let's just send a message. Chosen One, you are up, bud. Password 1234. Oh wow, Cyrus! Wow, wow! I've just seen you send a message about disliking the stream because High Elves are evil. You cruel man. Cool. So we're gonna add the Dwarfs back. We're gonna leave out the Lizardmen for now because we saw them so recently, and we'll take out High Elves, and then we do the Forces of Good here. Tomb Kings are hopefully in. Yes, they are. Cool. No, Bob Treasure's not played yet. He's quite far down the list. Tretch Power Total War. Tomb Kings! Awesome stuff. So we're seeing Tomb Kings. Let's add in the Beastmen. Dark Elves. Greenskins. Norsca. We've just seen Skaven, so we won't keep them in. I think game before that, was it Coast? No, that was the game before. So we can get Coast back, we can get counts in. It was Wars of Chaos, wasn't it? So we won't include Wars of Chaos this time. That's how we'll try and do it. So the last two factions I played can't be replayed, but then you get back in, of course. So, in this Tomb Kings, who shall they be up against? Sneaky Chosen One already in the lobby, man. Chosen One, he's full of schemes, but he is going to be playing the Beastmen! Chosen, I hope you're ready, bud. You're getting to play the glorious Beastmen pre-DLC, which I'm sure will be a joy for you. Unchoosed for. Hello. Just don't give me Santes, everything else is fine. I love it. So, Tomb King versus Beastmen. Man, it's always good to have Chosen One here. Yeah, Tomb Kings are good. Yeah. I mean, Tomb Kings are neutral. Ark and the Black's evil. But for the most part, Tomb Kings are relatively neutral. And because they kind of do their own thing. And because good have so many less factions than evil, I put Tomb Kings into good. So yeah, they're fine for the side of good. They're not evil, though. They're not evil. Ark and the Black's evil. But not all Tomb Kings are evil. They're definitely neutral. I believe that was even the case on tabletop. There was like forces good, forces evil, and like those in between, and I believe Tomb Kings were those in between. Yeah, they're like world-ending threats and stuff, but they don't fight for the side of evil or anything like that. Sad moo, can't play them myself now. That is true. That is true. Maybe we're making an exception, but I don't know. But you will have to let the people decide. This match better give birth to a new High Elf main. I hope so, man. Tyrion's a king? Really? How's Tyrion a king? I thought the High Elves had a Phoenix king. I thought he was the defender and a prince. Arkan is so evil, so he's thrown to the Chaos Wastes for this time. Oh yeah. Arkan's like very evil, but yeah, no, they're relatively neutral. No, Greenskins are Order of Destruction. They were always under evil on tabletop, I believe. Plus, they like deliberately get involved in destroying stuff. It's like Beastmen; they love to rampage and destroy, whereas Tomb Kings aren't about that necessarily. But yeah, I mean, if you really want to go about it, almost every faction in the game can be classed as evil. Like, High Elves are evil. Lizardmen are evil. They destroyed the Dwarf Empire. Wood Elves are evil to anything that's not in their forest. Bretonnia are evil to the peasants. Empire are heavily racist to anything that's not human. Or dwarf, I suppose. They're kind of okay with the elves. But they're very evil to Norsca. Norsca are Vikings. Like, so the list can go on. It is a point of view thing, but this is how we're sticking with it. Tyrion is the Phoenix King? What? Tyrion's not the Phoenix King, right? Tyrion's definitely not the Phoenix King. At least he wasn't when I played tabletop. Catch you later, Logic Man. Looks like Deadly Bunnies is ready to rumble. So, the true one and only king has come to kill this beastly threat. Oh, I think he's bringing out Cetra. Cetra the Imperishable. Yeah, Lizardmen, like, messed up the dwarfs so bad. So bad. like, accidentally. They moved the tectonic plates. It was to stop chaos or something. Classic Lizardmen stuff. Just, you know, being the heroes the world need. But by shifting the plates, it opened up a load of holes underneath the Dwarvish Empire, which is in the mountains. And that enabled goblins and Skaven and other forces to come from below and kind of be a bit of a low blow to the Dwarfs, who then ended up fighting enemies on all fronts just after fighting and defeating the High Elves in the War of Vengeance. So, yeah, the Dwarfs kind of got sucker punched, unfortunately. Happy Moos? Moo! Finbar kills himself? Why? I mean, end times don't count, obviously, but... I feel like Joffrey... Not Joffrey, oh my god. Isn't Tyrion, like, justified in what he does? Yes, happy to have you back, Black Form. I feel like... Doesn't, like, Tyrion's brother... Oh god, I'm getting to end times lore, which I really don't know very well. But doesn't, like, Teclis conspire to kill Tyrion's wife and daughter or something? And then tries to proclaim Malekith, like, king of the elves or some crap. So I feel like Tyrion has every right to go a little bit crazy and start killing them all. End times is fan fiction. Meet good moo. Man, we're getting some beastie love today. Tomb Kings versus Beastmen. Probably really good for the Tomb Kings, I think, off the top of my head. I mean, you got a lot of fear, a lot of terror, a lot of unbreakableness with the old crumbling mechanic. Yeah, I feel like Teclis, if anything's evil. Yeah, Malekith becomes the Phoenix King. So, like... Yeah, he's not the Phoenix King in this game, is what I'm kind of getting at. This is set before End Times, and I don't think they're going to dabble in it too much. It's apparently the game's really good, like the Age of Sigmar game, as far as the board game is concerned, but the lore is pretty controversial, I think. Which, you know, this matchup's pretty hard for Beastmen? Yeah, I'd think so. I'd think so for sure. But anyway, Daily Bunnies, fighting for the forces of good here today. We have Cetra the Imperishable. Look at him. How can you call him a bad guy? Let's give his little cat a little head rub. We're not going to give him a neck rub because he's not a living creature, but let him know what needs going on. His tongue looks really dodgy. It's like twirling around. So we have Cetra coming in here with Cursed Blades, as well as Protection and Desiccation. So pretty much the spells I normally take as well. I think they're quite good. We have Skeleton Warriors dotted throughout the formation, some with spears, some basic. We also have the Kepper Guard here, the regiment around Tomb Guard, who can do some good work. And we have Ushopti, 1, 2, 3, but they're not Bow Ushopti, they're Combat Ushopti. Interesting. Didn't get to see these guys terribly often. They're going to be able to do good work. They're saturate on top of the cheaper troops and start carving apart the enemy. 4 units of Skeleton Horse Archers should do relatively good at kiting. But you can never count out Chosen One. Chosen One is a finalist of this year's DBD, which will hopefully be coming this week. I need to message the guys. We're trying to get that going on Thursday, hopefully. If not, it may have to be after the DLC. So yeah, you can never count out Chosen One, a top-tier competitor. Ungors and Goreherds dotted all the way along in a slightly vanguarded position. We have Centaurs on the flanks, basic units on the left, basic units on the right as well. 3 Razorgore Piggies, good AP on them, good mass to pin in their targets. Malagor on foot, sad times, this shall very soon change. Malagor can fly, guys! In the next DLC, you can get Flying Malagor, coming in with Brave Scream and Viletide, both very good spells. Double Gorbel as well, Chosen One, a man of class and culture, it would seem. Bringing my favourite little boys to the battlefield. I'm hoping they've fixed their mechanics slightly for the Beastmen rework, and hopefully Doom Balls as well are competitive, because they look so cool. Thank you so much, Dr. Palpy921. Been a fan for months now. Keep up the great content. Dude, I appreciate it so much, man. Thank you so much. It really does mean the world to me. Because I am eventually trying to like step away from my day job and move over more and more to YouTube. Obviously, I'm a far way off, but all these things really help. And also just lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content, and it really does inspire me to keep going. Particularly, like, comments and stuff under my videos recently have really made me, like, keep the energy, you know? And keep going. So thank you so much, man. You the MVP for sure. flying chicken for the wing. Man, yeah, King of the Dead is a badass with Tomb Kings. If you ever face King of the Dead, always watch your back line, because he has dogs running around and like in between your lines like every time. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare to defend against them. But let's go. So, the Skeleton Horse Archers going to be loosing some shots here into the Gore Herds. And, yeah, getting some decent value. These guys aren't shielded. They're the double axe variety, which I would like to say look much cooler. But also much weaker to bowfire. And Deadly Bunnies himself is certainly no slouch. A very talented tournament player. So it's going to be tough in a pretty bad matchup for Chosen One. He is an elf player normally. He plays a lot of Dark Elves, High Elves, and Wood Elves. So he may not be quite so accustomed to bringing the Beastmen. And that's what's kind of fun about this format. Eventually, you're going to have to use factions that you're really not great with. Ungol Raiders, again, is super close to the enemy battle lines here. Maybe looking to try to counter-skirmish these Skeleton Horse Archers, perhaps. Looks like that's just what they're doing. Ungols do clobber into the enemy all across the board, but you Shopti are counter-charging, as well as a rather angry etc. the Imperishable. Incantation of Protection goes down on these Ushopti right here. Razorgore Herds are starting to follow up though, and this is where the damage could be dealt. Both those Goreballs, two Chads, dive headlock in. No! No! My poor Goreball. My poor baby. He's getting up though and come back to fight, and this other Goreball is giving the dirt to Cetra. Look at that damage. A big incantation of Desiccation has gone down. Goreballs need to retreat out of that and live to fight another day. Razorgore Herds are doing good work here up against the Ushopti. A bit of an overload. Two Razorgores versus the one Ushopti. And with some Ungol Spear Herds coming in the back lines. Malagor currently vibing. Ungol Raiders are starting to apply pressure. Desiccation's still down. These Goreballs should retreat from this because their melee defense right now is 8. And that's terrible, obviously. More Ushopti are getting surrounded. Centaurs arguably the best unit in the Beastmen roster at the moment, or one of the most pivotal Centaurs in general, the basic ones, as well as the Throne Axes. And doing a decent job up against the Ushopti. 23 melee attack is not fantastic, so they will struggle to hit. Goreball just going for a wander through the Boneyard right now. We do have Tomb Guard actually, so I'm lost. Was that just me? Or was that everyone? Stream health. Stream health is excellent. It might be me, but if so, like, Stream didn't recognize it. It says stream health is fantastic. Did Steam just crash? Okay. Well, we're back. We'll get the lads in again. It must have been on my end. What on earth was that? Oh, it was Steam. Steam is back. Oh no. Oh, Stream is back. Oh, okay. I have no idea what happened there. Stream health, so it's fine. Apologies for that, guys. I guess my internet spiked for like half a second and came back in, but that was enough to crash the game. Which sucks. Apologies, guys. It's back. Okay, we're back. Oh my god, we just lost like 40 viewers to that, I think. I think Bill Gates just put in a mode on for a vaccine. Chosen One. And bunnies. Lobby is back up. We go again. Same armies. Cool. So we've returned. Which is good. We can get the players back in here. King of the Dead's internet's been pretty good, I think, actually, for once. I know you did used to have a pretty poor internet, but I played it the other day and it was all fine. Yeah, man, Colton came to get his revenge on us, I think. He came back. Hopefully it didn't kick them out of the game completely and they can just pop back in. It was looking very good for Chosen One, but it was too early to say, I think, so we'll go again. Oh, Dr. Palpy has become a royal duck. Thank you, man. Welcome to the clan. If you have Discord, bud, please do message me on Discord, and I can update your status in Discord. And you should also have some cool emojis. The Black Fawn. The Horde gets stronger. It's true, man. It's true. We're a never-ending growing Horde. Oh, we're still in match. Want us to just leave and join yours? Nah. Play it if it is nearly done. If it's like right in that can't be a long match. No worries. So Katam can't currently play. He might be able to pop in a little bit later, so we move up the list a bit quicker. The battle looked like it was going to be over pretty quickly. Where did Bunnies go? I was just messaging him. So we'll see. We'll see. Had to join. I watch your content every day. Well, honestly, man, I really do appreciate the support. And hopefully soon, actually, because of you guys, I may be able to drop one of my work shifts, which is on a Tuesday. I've asked them about it. I'm finding out, hopefully, Tuesday, in fact, this Tuesday. In about a month's time, I may be able to drop that shift, which means, guess what it means? An extra stream a week. So hopefully we'll be bumping up our streams to 3 to 4 times a week, rather than 2 to 3 times a week. Or I'll be using that extra day just to make extra long videos, like an hour-long video or something, and put those out. So thank you so much, man. Honestly, it all helps so much. Papa Palp isn't Papa Palpatine. No, it's a different Palpatine, I think. I think we got cursed by banning Big Cult. I think it's my fault for that. I think it's my fault for that. Man, he clearly didn't worship casino bots enough. So, the battle, I think, would be over pretty soon. Let's see, I don't want my Deadly Bunnies... What did Deadly Bunnies message me on? Oh, it was on that. If it's nearly done, like... They can just go. Cool. And then we'll get the winner in here. Hello, my fellow rat man. What's up, Nick? How you doing, bud? A little hungover? You're not some guy anymore. You're some duck. I'm gonna speak about family. So we'll probably play Shores to Half next. And up after this. So we might as well get one person in the lobby. Actually, we need to find out who's won and lost first. But after this, we will be moving on to the Emperor. So it shall be the Emperor's turn to shine. After that, Lunacy, Black Fawn, Cypher, Hadrian for Poland, Grom Brindle, Shetland, Bob Trash, Poon and Friends, King of the Dead, Praetor. But we probably won't get through all of them. It depends if people have to drop out. We've still got another hour. I'll probably push it to an hour and a half of streaming. Just because you guys are cool. Oh man, Star Wars Battlefront is a game that I downloaded like when it was free. And I was warrenly good at it. It was bizarre, because I'm normally not good at stuff. Oh, we got Rebane next. Yeah, it's Rebane, isn't it? Oh no, chat's not working at all. What is going on with this? Oh my god, I have so many unread messages from people, I've just realised. I apologise, Crablin, Suave, Ice Power, I have unread messages for you. They don't pop up on my Steam. I think lobby's bugged. Sorry, Rebane, I'm going to drop out. What is going on? It's not crashed again, has it? You guys can still see me? Yeah, chat's like permanently bugged. What is this? I'm going to close my Total War quickly. And relaunch it. So your screen will probably go black. Don't worry about it. I am still here. Let's open up the game. Cool. So I'm going to be back in just a second. This isn't a challenge link, Nick. This is a King of the Hill. We need Repanson on regame. We need it. Oh man, yeah, Battlefront 1 and 2 slaps, man. That's my childhood games. So, hopefully I'm back and you guys can see me. Let's make sure this actually works. And we're back. Cool. Chat is working again in the top left. God knows what that was about. But up next, Schwarsterhafen. So hopefully the other guys would have finished their game by now, roughly. And we can just hop straight into the next one. Yeah, it's just King of the Hill today. We will do a Good vs Evil tournament at some point. I might do a Lizardmen versus the World tournament as well, like Logic did with his Dwarfs versus the World. So we get like 15 Lizardmen players and then 15 like enemy players and kind of go toe to toe and stuff. Could be good fun. Could be good fun indeed. Hey, it's working. Moo, 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 moo. I know you can hear me, human being. I know you can. Oh, Zypher! Welcome. It says welcome to Dark, which is hilarious. The Legion grows. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the support. You guys are doing so great today. You should now have access to some special emojis as well. You should get some access, like a little duck with a butter knife, my logo, and some other goodies as well. So, the other guys must be nearly finished their game. It looked like it was a real blood and thunder affair, so I expected it to be over. Otherwise, we could have got them to drop out, but we'll have to wait and see. Another one joins, yes! Rebane going Spirit of the Jungle, what Chad. Man, I love the Spirit of the Jungle. It's so good. It's so good. So just wait on Chosen One now and Deadly Bunnies, then we'll get going. Figure out which side they're on. It could be good, could be evil. I don't know. It looked like it was going pretty good to the Beastmen for me. But again, they were still set on a kitty cat alive, which is a little bit scary. Fan service, yeah. The Rabane's a man of the people for sure. I thought that's Rabane saying that. The Dutch flavour is Rabane. Don't listen to him if he tells you different. This emote alone makes it worth it. Yeah, it's so silly. It's so silly. Boop, boop, boop. They might have paused the battle or something. We'll see. I'll send Deadly Bunnies a message now so we can get this moving. Which will, because of this delay, I'll bump it there. I'll bump it up an extra half hour. The stream. Just for you guys. Love their colour scheme too. Probably my favourite Lizardmen one. Yeah, it's very cool. Kind of like the white, more palish skin of the Crocscore and stuff does look pretty cool. I do like the Cohort of Sotek one though as well. Their colour scheme's badass. Yeah, Lizard Jesus. Yeah, man. Yeah, Dutch, you can't hide from me, man. I know who you are. Rabane's also actually a streamer now. He has a Twitch account. You should go check him out. I need to find out the name for it. Let me do something I should have done a while ago. Boop. There we go. Dutch, if you would like to, in this little bit of downtime, drop a link to your Twitch channel, feel free. You should now indeed have the power. Oh, okay. Dilly Bunny says they're nearly done. It's much more of a close game than it looked. Interesting. So they're still going strong. Unfortunately, we're going to miss out on that one. But we'll get in some more games, so it's fine. It's fine. Apologies again. I don't know what happened to my internet. It must have dropped for like half a second. Oh my god, Emperor! Good stream. How do I become a member, by the way? I don't see it on my phone. Anyway, thanks for the content, man. Your channel is growing stronger every day. Happy 4th to my American Chad brothers. Thank you so much, Emperor. You're always very generous when you pop in to my streams and so forth. Cheers, bud. Honestly, you guys are so cool today. You guys have really made my day so far. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. If you do want to join, it is on. You should be able to see it on your phone. You scroll down just to where below the thumbs up and thumbs down button is, and there's a little join button, and you press that. Yes, Robane Fantasy. There you go. Robane Fantasy is the Twitch name. We're just waiting on this close little fight between. Oh, I wish we could see it. I'm so upset. We'll get some more Beastmen action in. I won't ban Beastmen or Tomb Kings from the wheel selection, because we didn't really get to see a game. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to pop that up now. And I'm just going to add everyone back in, pretty much. Just while we wait. So we can do Forces of Evil first. We're actually We'll roll the list now. So everyone but Skaven, I think. Oh, we can just... Actually, this is going to be the same, isn't it? So let's just go for it. We'll see which factions we will be. So much power. I have all the power in the world. So, evil this game will be Vampire Coast again. Get some pirate love action for us. And then we'll start the good as well. Boo, 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 boo. I get Dwarfs back in here. Haven't seen them in a while. We just saw High Elves, I believe, right? I think. Yeah, it was the bowline. It was the bowline. Cool. So put Tomb Kings back in. And get the Wood Elves in there. Cool. Cool stuff. And let's randomize it again. So it'll be Vampirates. So write that down so I don't forget it. Versus... Bretonnia! So, Robane, you're going to be playing one of these. You just don't know which one yet. So, it will be Bretonnia versus VP. Fun matchup for sure. And let's wait and see if these guys have finished yet. Sweet man. Let me know when it's done, as a new lobby is up. Badoosh. And there you go. What is this responsibility? What is it? High Elves are evil always. Evil, I tell you. Cool, everybody's just messaging now, so we should be underway in just a second. Okay, finished Tomb King victory. Awesome! New lobby is up. He came back! Deadly Bunny's won it! So, Robane, if you are listening, I'll add that up so he can switch across. Robane, you are Team Evil. So, switch sides. Deadly Bunnies came back. Man, I'll take those guys to send me the replay of the battle if it was a good one. Can you guys swap sides? There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, good. Did manage to win. Again, apologies for us dropping out of that game. We're going to get right back to it. And I will make the stream go on an extra half hour longer. So you guys, we can make up for it with hopefully 2 games. So it is 4-1 to the Forces of Good. It is Brett versus VP. Purates. Yes, Robane is going to be bringing the range here. I'm sorry, Chosen. Well played, Chosen. But I think you were defeated. I think Chosen got beaten. He wasn't Tomb Kings, right? Yep, I read Discord. So yeah. Oh, no worries, man. Thank you, Chosen, for playing, by the way. Apologies that your game wasn't shown on stream. If it's a good game, though, bud, do send it across to me, and I'll make sure to cast it, because it's unfortunate it couldn't got shown here. Yes. Yeah, Robane can play the parts of Sortosa if he wishes. That is completely fine by me. Completely fine. If you want to go sub-factions, when I give you a faction, you can indeed do it. I'll also let you go Ark and the Black for Tomb Kings, just because it mixes up a bit. Not to force you bunnies, but people wanted Repants and Honorary. Just saying. Just saying. That I believe someone wanted Repants here. Oh, Emperor, you found it! Man, you now have the power at your fingertips to drop duck emojis left, right, and centre. Thank you for the support, dude. You're always such a kind person every time you rock up. Always love to see you supporting the stream. And we've seen, like, multiple new members today. The Legion rises. that's a grudgeon right there. It's always a grudgeon. Oh, I'm Brett. Cool. So we are going to see some Repants versus Sartosa action. I may do that King of the Dead next stream. We might do good versus evil sub-faction tournament. Yeah, we could add, like, yeah, Droitra and Archon to evil. Is there any evil forces we can add to good as well to counteract that? Is there any kind of guys who are on the evil side but are considered good? Can you guys think of any? Definitely not on the Chaos or Norsca. Greenskins, I don't think so either, realistically. Maybe Wuzag, because he's funny. He's like a funny guy, he's like a comedian, so so cool with his little dance moves. And dancing's good for your soul. Parch of Sartosa, yeah, maybe we add them to good. That could work, I think. They're just pirates. Let's have a drink quick. And that's the good stuff. You have to go onto your PC? Oh no! Well, thank you so much, man, for putting in the extra effort there. You were one of the big MVPs of the stream, as always, man. As always. Loki ain't such a bad guy. Yeah, so Aranessa could be good. Have trouble winning with Lizardmen online? Any tips? Yeah, man, I've got a whole guide out. If you type in, like, Ultimate Faction Guide, or you just go to my channel and type most viewed video, it's, like, one of my top couple, I think. I'll most likely update it after the DLC, but there's a guide on every single matchup, every single unit in the game, and what it does, and all that good stuff. It's slightly outdated now. It came out, like, I think around the last DLC time, or the DLC before then, but it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. Marathi is very good in my books. Maybe if you bring Medusas, I'll let you bring Dark Elves. He's a Dark Elf, but he's like the nice one. I love that. Christmas Thursday, yeah, but then he danced on the graves of his enemies. But he's just a funny guy, man. He's not such a bad guy. He just wants to destroy everything. Hopefully soon I can become the ogre main I was born to be. Ready, Mr. Leadbelcher. I love it. I love it. So when these guys are ready, we'll pop in and start the battle. I don't know, Ice. I've seen Marathi do some pretty weird stuff. I don't know if it was lore. I think they retconned it out, but I think her and Malekith were in a relationship in some of the earlier lore books in a very abusive way. It's nearly time. For Doom Skink. Yes, yes. Well, yeah, Ogres Mercenaries are coming to Total Warhammer 2. They look pretty fun. I don't know if they're going to be in multiplayer. They might be like a campaign exclusive only, but it's a good sign that they're going to be the early access pre-order bonus. Sorry, not early access, yeah, pre-order bonus for Total Warhammer 3. They've shown off like a bit of their roster, and most of the roster will be coming out. Yes, yes. How do you feel about the DLC as a Lizardmen main? I'm excited to get more units 100%. I think the Lord could be very cool. Do I think it's going to make Lizardmen more powerful than they currently are? Probably not. I mean, like, more big dinos are really cool, and I'm so happy to have them in the game, but I don't think it's going to, like, change the Lizardmen too much. I'm just hoping the stuff's, like, usable, you know, and gives a bit more diversity. So I'm very happy, particularly with Oxotl. He's going to be a very cool little unit to use, kind of like a shorter range, but slightly more stealthy Marcus Wolfheart. He's going to be really cool. So I'm excited to see him in action. He almost fights, it would seem, at least from the trailer, like the little panda. Is it a panda as well? So Kung Fu Panda, but the little guy, isn't he like a red panda or something? Maybe not. Master Shifu, there we go. Master Shifu, he kind of got this little stick, and he like flips around on it in 360 no-scopes. So it'd be good fun. And I mean, at the end of the day, extra options is always good. Do I think Troglodons are going to be crazy powerful, and the little kind of skinks who charge into combat, or Oxotl, for example? They might be really good. I don't think Oxotl's all of a sudden going to dethrone Mazdamundi as, like, the ultimate Lizardmen Lord, because he's not a big dinosaur and has magic, so that's almost impossible. But at the end of the day, it's added diversity, it's added Lizardmen stuff. I'm actually excited to play a campaign as well, for once in a million. So I'm going to most likely do a live stream of the campaign, I think, where possible. Yeah, ice, yeah, exactly. It's always good getting more units. 100%. Legend gave the Beastmen a 10 out of 10 for the campaign, or the new campaign. Oh man, I hope so. Oh, that'd be such good fun. But anyway, sorry, I digress. Deadly Bunnies, coming in for the force of good, been on a really good display so far, has Questing Knights. He also has Peasant Mobs and Battle Pilgrims, so that's going to make up his main line is Battle Pilgrims, Peasant Mobs, a few Spearman Arms in the mix as well, a ton of Peasant Bowmen, and they actually have some really cool colour schemes. This looks like legit straight out of medieval France or something. Okay, so a load of Peasant Bowmen coming with their glorious fire arrows. Leading the line here, we do have Henri le Massif. And look at that helm. He is hard on that helm. And he only wears that helm when Rapans is nearby. He may be overcompensating. We will never know. Has Guardian. We have a Damsel of Life coming in with Regrowth, Awakening Wood, and Dwellers Below. And we have Rapans. Such a cool model. Such a cool model. Her horse, yeah, that's a dope colour scheme right there. Hopefully she's going to be bringing all her goodies. It looks like she is. Cool. And yeah, no, a load of Quest Knights. Fun build, honestly. I'm a fan. For the force here of Vampirates and Robin here, the Master of Death and Carnage. He's a bit of a Beastmen main at heart, so I'm sure he's very excited for the DLC. We have Sartosa Militia dotted all along, including the Black Spot. We have Rotten Prometheans, a ton of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of which is the Lamprey's Revenge. What is this? A Crab Militia Rush. We have Sartosa Free Company as well just behind. We do indeed have a Vampire Fleet Captain of Death, Spirit Leech and Doom and Darkness. And of course, Araness Assault Spite is leading the battle line. And she looks pretty cool. She's very piratey. Kind of gives Jack Sparrow vibes a little bit with the bandana sometimes. Coming in with Spearfisher's Net, as well as All Hands Ahoy and Manon's Luck. She's actually pretty powerful. Unfortunately for her, though, Count Noclus and Luther Harkin are just really good. And you don't get to see her quite so often. Going to be a fun game. The big problem for the VP shall be these peasants. The archers are going to rain havoc down this build, particularly when supported by Questing Knights. Now, Questing Knights have anti-infantry, not anti-large, but they pack such a huge punch, they should be able to crack the shells of these Crabos. Lamprey's Revenge may be a different story, we'll have to wait and see. May have to wait and see. I wanted Henri on the Hippogriff. Oh no. Both these armies? Oh, love both these armies, 100%. Yeah, Black Spot isn't militia, unsadly. Wait. Did we even have Black Sport? Did I just make that up? My god, I feel like I'm in a different realm right now. Was it just... Oh no, we do have, yeah, the one Black Spot, so... I mean, at the same time, the Ron Prometheans are also undeadly ghouls, unfortunately. You can't really do a full human build very well with the Vampirates, understandably so. Yeah, it's good fun. And Assault Spite moving forward. Maybe if they get Ogre Mercenaries, you can bring, like, Free Company Militia, an Assault Spite, and then a load of Ogres. That could be good fun. No! What is going on? Why are we crashing? Oh no, we're not crashing. Okay, it's lagging. I'm having PTSD. What on earth is going on? I checked my internet. It said it was working at 100%. Okay, we're back. Oh my god, I had a mini heart attack. I had a mini heart attack. Questing Knights are about to ramrod some Sartosa Militia right up in the wrong place. And it's not going to go good for them. There are going to be Rotten Prometheans looking to counterpunch. And a load of shots do come in, wounding the Questing Knights there. Peasant mobs are forced back. The Araness Assault by itself doesn't have access to healing, which can be a problem. Is currently falling back. Sartosa Militia, though, are roasting some Peasant mobs on the approach. And yeah, these Peasant mobs are brave men here, charging to hand-to-hand combat. On the left-hand flank, double Crabos are forcing away Questing Knights, but the Bretonnians can play the long game here, pulling these Crabs out of position, surround them with Knights, and pierce their hides with Peasant Bowmen. But they're not having it all their own way. Questing Knights do manage to shut down some Militia, but for their sacrifice, do get hit by a Spirit Leech, which is a little bit bad. Prometheans will also be clobbering their way into action. Look at them go! Look at these little Crabos charging their way in. The Zoidbergs of the world having a good time. Awakening Wood does go down. This one unit of Lamprey's Revenge is getting obliterated. Rapun's Fuzzy Lady coming in here and slaughtering crabs. She's going to be eating lobster tonight. The Henri as well, obviously ever close to his lady, up to 4 kills, probably all on Prometheans as well. Aranessa is trying to go over there and support, but it is kind of falling apart slightly here for the VP. But Free Company Militia are starting to dart into the back line, and Quest Knights are forced away once again by the Crabos. 2 units on this left flank, probably able to push through the Pilgrims, and just hop on top of these Peasant Bowmen and support that Militia push. Crabs doing good everywhere they go, apart from in the centre. Lamprey's Revenge do get slaughtered, but Rapun's Spearfish's Net goes down on her. Aranessa Assault Spike proving that she is the true lady. And Regrowth does manage to go down just in time. Deadly Bunny is nearly losing his lord there to Aranessa. Henri not happy about that whatsoever. It's going to be coming in, slicing and dicing Aranessa as she desperately tries to fall back to gun support. Spirit Leech is going to try to counteract the Regrowth there, but Regrowth is a far bigger heal than Spirit Leech is a loss. And now she's going to push into Aranessa, who does a cheeky little flip away there. With Scholar Children going down on Henri as well, she's really starting to struggle and she has no support left anymore. Handgunners are getting forced off. I think the Crabs need to be a bit tighter. You can see what Crabs, yeah, they're going to be beating up the Battle Pilgrims, but at the end of the day, if you lose your Lord, it's not much good for you there. Aranessa does unfortunately break, I think. Yeah, she's gone down, in fact, shatters. And even with a taunt on her, Rapunz is full health again. Henri giving her the old school pat on the back to get her back up to full health there. And it is looking pretty bleak for the forces of the Vampirates. Lots of Crabos still left alive. Peasants have been forced back, but they'll keep coming back, particularly if they see their lady winning. Damsel Life does get forced off there, but losing the Lord there for the VP is pretty bad. Spirit Leech comes down on Rapunz. She's she must be getting close to her healing cap. Yeah, she's healed about half of it, I think, so far. And the Vampire Fleet Captain isn't a bad melee combatant, but Henri plus Rapun's Dream Team is going to be relatively hard to take down. They are kind of just, oh my god, they're trampling the poor lady. When we get another Regrowth as well, I think, go down on Rapun's. I mean, at the end of the day, if you can get your Lord at full health, it's a good thing. I think magic might be better used elsewhere. But again, not too many options for Dwellers Below anymore. There is just a lot of Crabos left around. Ron Prometheans, minus 45 leadership. Balance of power is going drastically against the Crabs, who are trying now to push into the back line. And a lot of ammo has been expended to eat these guys up. And they are a lot slower on the approach now. Look at this. They're kind of dragging our feet along. But they're getting a little bit more aggressive now. Push into the peasants. Going to be able to force them off. Another Spirit Leech does go down onto Rapunz. But she likewise is bringing the light of the lady to the battlefield. Going to be charging in and slaughtering a Promethean on the charge, perhaps. Nope, she ignores that one completely and continues to go in. It is actually a taunt on her, not a Spirit Leech. But she's at full capacity now for her healing. But, you know, with the Prometheans going down like this, Unorthodox will set in relatively soon. And that's going to be another victory for Force Good. It's a reverse. Last time, the Forces of Evil went on a rampage. This time, it is the Forces of Good really dishing out the dirt on their opponents. Prometheans still going strong in the back here, do force off some peasants, up to 47 kills. But the Vampire Fleet Captain is in a bit of a tussle with Henri, who's not very happy with her. She's been doing a lot of rather disgusting Spirit Leeches, or she is, on his lady today. So he's going to be hunting down the Vampire Fleet Captain, poking, jabbing, and trying to force her off. Rapance is a bit beat up. Another Spirit Leech comes in, down to just 1.6k health, nearly getting assassinated in the death. But the forces of Bretonnia do seal victory. That was pretty damn awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. I certainly did. Well played to Rebane, representing DBD there, up against PE's very own Deadly Bunnies. I love the Crab Rush. Unfortunately, they just didn't get the damage value. The Royal Promethean Gunnery mobs did far better, actually, than their regular counterpart, but Lamprey's Revenge, as well as the Crabs, kind of overextended in all directions. I think he needed to keep it much tighter and try to punch through the enemy front. Vampire Fleet Captain, 1.7k, not bad. Aranessa nearly killing Rapant, but the lady survived. 974 damage value on her. A Damsel of Life, obviously good regrowths. Henri Le Massif, 1.4k damage value, and protecting his lady as always. Apart from that, Battle Pilgrims and so forth did basically nothing, but the Peasant Bowmen, 1,100, 784, 284, 951, and 670 damage value, not too shabby. Quest Knights mopping up the flanks, lovely. Good stuff. GG, well played. Arisa couldn't handle the power of old people. It's true. It's true. Damn crabs. Cool. So let's mix up the match. Let's go Troll Country. Beep, 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 beep. And see who we have next on the list. So. Awesome. Deadly Bunnies did send me the replay. That's good to see. Up next, we have... So Katam's asked to be later down the list. So we're moving on to the Emperor. So we have the Emperor, then Lunacy, Blackthorn, Zypher, Hayden for Poland, Grombrindle, Shetland, Bob Trash, and Poon and Friends, King of the Dead, Praetor. So it's very unlikely we're going to get to you bottom, guys. We have about an hour and a half left to go. But we will try to get through as many people as possible. So yes. So it is Emperor up next. Password is 1234, good sir. Good day for order, for sure. Let's quickly update the forces of good. Really, it should be like the forces of order and forces of destruction, but good versus evil sounds much better. 5-1, my god. This is what happened last time with evil. And then good got like another win, got up to 2 points, but then evil once again crushed. Hello, champ. So, let us do what else we should do. What's up, Optimus Pine? How are you? Wicked D! The man, the myth, the ever mod. Hope you're all good, man. I got some pretty cool news actually coming with Wicked D. That I'll explain in just a minute. Let me quickly sort out these guys first so they can start building their builds. But we've got some cool news about some faction stuff going on. So, let's take out Bretonnia so we can't see them again. And is there anyone we need to add in? We can add High Elves back in. And just go from there. High Elves are always fun and we don't get to see them terribly often.
For Heldenhammer!
We have Empire. Cool, we haven't seen Empire since game 1, I don't think. So, Empire shall be for the forces of good. And the forces of evil. We'll add Beastmen back in. We'll add Dark Elves back in. We'll add Greenskins in. Haven't seen any of them yet. We will add Norsca in. Oh, I didn't take you guys off. Let's get Norsca in there. We can get Skaven back in. That's a couple of games ago now, right? We'll keep Coast out, because we've seen them quite a bit now. And there we go. Cool. And we shall shuffle. So it is Empire versus
The Dark God!
Norsca! Epic. We get Vikings in here. Ragnar Lothbrok will be proud, hopefully. So, it is Emp versus Norsca. Hello, my friends. No, my beloved faction against me. Yeah, Emperor is a Empire main, which I guess his name would indeed suggest. Empire by Norsca is normally slightly Empire favoured, but on Troll Country, maybe less so. On Troll Country, nice. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's going to be a pretty hard-hitting game. Oh, if you upped the melee attack of Saurus, yeah, they need a price increase. They're very good at the moment. I like Saurus Warriors quite considerably. I don't think they need the extra melee attack though, because you can buff them with Harmonic Convergence, Brenner's Time Warp, and all this other stuff to turn them into lawnmowers. But they're just a good solid wall, right? Like, and that's what you kind of want them to be with dinosaurs, because you've got the big monsters to be your punch for you. Yes, yes. Let's get some go action. We may well see some go action. So yeah, basically, RTK, which is a clan that hosts a big fat clan war. There's going to be everyone involved now. ODM, hopefully, I haven't actually heard from ODM, but I'm assuming ODM. XMT are taking part. All these guys are taking part. And DBD, we're going to be taking part as well. But it's quite a grueling event. You play basically like a load of other clans in a load of clan wars, a load of 2v2s, 3v3s, 1v1s. You need so many players because scheduling is going to be a nightmare. trying to get all these clans to face against each other. So we needed some more players. So we've teamed up with a few of, I think QSA guys, a few XMT guys maybe as well in the mix. And we've formed a kind of mini clan almost for this event. And it is Team Hello, and it is being fronted by Wicked D. So yeah, that should be good fun. So you're going to be seeing us in some clan action. I don't know who's streaming. I'll try and stream some of it. If it's like the WWC, I'll try and stream as much as possible, because it'd be good fun. No ranged blitz, agreed. I mean, Norsca can't really range blitz, I'm afraid. Oh, like Norsca fending off familiar raiders like Beowulf, that'd be awesome. There is a Norsca movie coming out, right? Norsca against Bretonnia? Fan-made thing, called The Rising of Chaos or something. Look very good. I think they made their goals to raise enough money to make it. Yeah, balancing is a nightmare for sure. Hello. Yeah, so yeah, Team Hello. Report you to the witch hunters. So here we go. It's going to be a rush on rush, no doubt. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is this build, bunnies? What is this? Here's like a full foot build. No Knights of the Blazing Sun. So, we have Karl Franz, the Emperor, up in the skies, taking on the Emperor himself. Coming in with Gomeraz, Ragnarun Runefang, and Stand Your Ground. Now, Karl Franz, we saw earlier, completely carry a game with over 4k damage value, so hopefully we'll see the same again. Jade Wizard comes in with Regrowth and Power Stone, literally to heal up Franz. Bright Wizard with a Burn-In Head. Main battle line shall be a mixture of Spearmen, Sigma Suns, Naked Lunatics, including the Tattersouls. We have Great Swords, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Great Swords being brought into the battlefield today. That is some wild stuff for sure. For the Warriors of Norsca, we have Marauders and some Berserkers. The problem is they're just going to get overrun, I think, by the Great Swords, because we have Horsemen as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, who only really have one good target, and that is Franz here. We have Norscan Warhounds on the flanks. It looks like just the one unit, actually. And then we have some Skin Wolves. Armoured Skin Wolves. Oh, that is so cool. Armoured Skin Wolves are making a bit of a comeback in the meta because of the amount of skirmish cavalry, and that 70 armor really does help out on regenerating troops. Plus, the models look a lot cooler. I'm all about the werewolf life. Werewolves over vampires any day. Come at me, bro. Shaman Sorcerer Metal, Plague of Rust, and Searing Doom. And Wolfric the Wanderer on his pony rather than on his mammoth today. And he is coming in with the Sword of Torgold, Hunter Champions, Fight or Die, and Sea Fang. So, should be good fun. Charge! Good luck, have fun. Man, this is going to be wild. This is going to be wild. Famira just rejected Lizardmen. It's kind of true. It's kind of true. Yes, yes. Oh, man. Werewolf life. Werewolf gang. So, they advance. These poor spearmen are going to get obliterated. But they're going to try their hardest. The Great Swords honestly might be a problem. The Skinnles don't really have any counters to them apart from Franz. So if we can keep those guys together so they can both goon Franz with Wolfric, there is a chance there. Emperor's going to be moving in. The Tattered Souls launch into battle up against the Marauders. And all along the battle line, we're going to be seeing more and more charges coming into the fray. Spearmen do point out their spears to try and fight. Marauders will happily crash against them. Horsemen focus firing down Franz, not a bad idea, but oh my god, yeah, look at that attack animation! Death to the Marauders! It's the Emperor life for me now. Well, we send a Burning Head. Oh no! Oh no! He realised it, but it was positioned so it would cut off his retreat, and the Emperor just lost 3 units in one cast. That is huge. Masterful cast there. We do have a boat going down. It looks like it was for the most part duped and dodged, but it does do some damage here. A mixture of Warhounds and Skinnles are going to be having a whale of a time up against Great Swords, just overrunning them. And the Horsemen are now coping shots into the Spearmen. Wolfric as well did go to hunt down the Bright Wizard and needs to fall back. He's doing just that. good play. And despite that huge loss on the left, it's so not out of this yet. In fact, balance power is currently favouring the Norscans, as a lot of the Empire's troops are starting to crumble between the might of those Skinwolves. And we have more Skinwolves as well, looking to pin the enemy in place. Searing Doom does come down. He tries to trap the enemy with the Sorcerer. Beautiful play there by the Emperor, catching out those great swords. Wulfric is getting obliterated. Plague Rust has gone down, but Wulfric needs to flee. Unless he has Hunter Champions up, he cannot fight Karl Franz, and Karl Franz is simply going to get a regrowth and heal all of this up. Wulfric may be able to escape, though, which is good news for him, but having those casts left alive is really bad news for him. Skinwolves need to whip around the flanks and shut down those caster lords, because regrowth has gone down once more. Another well-placed burn ahead goes down the Horsemen, going to be far less devastating against them than it will be against those infantry we saw earlier. Skinwolves have overstayed their welcome. They can certainly cycle charge great swords to death, but they don't want to remain in combat for them too long, and through the fire and the flames, they do retreat to safety. Karl Franz has taken a pound in, and I mean, he's lost a quarter health even with that regrowth. We have another Searing Doom coming down on these great swords. The Armoured Skinwolves, which is a pick I really like, are actually going to take quite a bit of friendly fire there as well. Not sure if that was worth it in the end. And the Emperor raises Gomraz in one hand, raises the Rune Fan in the other, and he goes around his butcher's work. Shaman Sorcerer not going to be up to task here for taking on such a powerful throw as the glorious Karl Franz. He does manage to stagger a Deathclaw there before retreating to try to save his own life. Balance power now flowing heavily in favour of the Empire, and you can see why. The Maws of Savagery, I missed them earlier somehow. I don't know how I missed them, but they are back, and they're regenerating. They've got full models left. A big boat does come down, wrecking some great swords, and Wulfric does manage to kill that Jade Wizard, which is quite nice. If he can hunter champions Franz when he lands and surrounds him by the Maws of Savagery, maybe there's hope yet. Because that Bright Wizard is about to find himself in a very uncomfortable position. Hunter Champions goes down, the Emperor not out of this yet, scrapping back into the game, assassinating Wizard after Wizard, but he needs to chase off this Regrowth Wizard, he has to. If he doesn't do that, it is a huge misplay. Horsemen are trying to focus down Franz, also engaging in combat. They need to be a little bit careful. Skinwolves are popping over, so maybe he's trying to pin Karl Franz in place to buy time for those Skinwolves to come back. But Skinwolves are now being swarmed here, and Wulfric is struggling to escape. He couldn't kill the Bright Wizard, and the Jade Wizard survives, and it was a nice, valiant attempted comeback there. But this is huge. I mean, Karl Franz generally maybe could have gone down here. It's unlikely, but there were Skinwolves nearby. Horsemen were throwing in axes, but another regrowth on him. He's going to be quite happily topped up now. Balance power flowing dangerously close to army losses. Wolf of the Wanderer can pull all the swords of Torgold out of his bum he wants, but Karl Franz has come down here to show him he is the real beast. And it shall be yet another victory for the forces of good. Another victory. They're doing so well. Jewelwood and Karl Franz should be in game through, I agree. Look at this Pony King running from the Chad Emperor. Man, I agree. What a cool build by Bunny. It's coming with the foot rush. I was very worried about this build, to be honest. But it did good. I mean, great swords didn't get great value. Some did, 920, but most of the part failed to pay for themselves. But they're really relatively healthy in the endgame. So they had plenty left to give, which is really nice. Tattered Souls, 1,161 damage value. Very well played by them. The rest of the infantry suffered. 1,500 damage value, 86 kills, 14k damage dealt. Good work by the Bright Wizard. That first burn of head really aided the Empire so much, taking out 3 units. 2,000 damage value by Franz. Nearly full health at the end of the game, but did get 2 regrowths. As for the Emperor, nearly 2k damage value on Wulfric. Not shabby, nearly overshadowing the Emperor there, and being much cheaper as well. Shaman Sorcerer Metal did a good job, some nice Searing Dooms on him, but the Marauders suffered quite badly. Likewise, the Berserker's got a K damaged value, which isn't bad whatsoever. The are these thrown axes? No, just basic Horsemen did okay, nothing to write home about really. And the Armoured Skinwolves unfortunately did falter quite a bit, but I like the pick, they're very fun. I didn't know, damn, what was this? Unexpected army, yeah man. GG, well played. So, we shall move the map. Let us go to Prague. I haven't done Prague yet. Actually, do Pillarbone. We'll do Prague after, maybe. So, up next. Oh, we've just been tagged in something. Oh, okay. It's Wicked D. I'll get back to you after the stream, bub. Up next. Boo, 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 boo. Where is my Discord? Let me see who's next in the list. King of the Hill queue. It is Lunacy. So Lunacy, if you are watching, make sure to hop in, bud. You shall be representing the forces of evil. After that, we have Blackthorn, Zypher, Hayden for Poland, Grumbrindle, and then it goes on and on from there. But yeah, let's see if Lunacy decides to join. Hey, we had a bot. I love it. I love it. We had a casino bot. Yeah, let's sort that out. It looks like it was defeated. Oh no, what's happened? My god, it like crashed my fin. It was so annoying. Let's report this for spam. Cool. I reported it to YouTube. So they should ban the account, hopefully. And there we go. This user's message will be hidden. Cool. Thank you for swiftly sorting that out. Sunesh bought it came back dark. Yeah, I know. I know. So, have I updated the scoreboard? Is it 5-1 or is it 6-1? The bot has thrown me for a loop. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lunacy couldn't see the lobby. Is it 5-1 or 6-1? I feel like that made it 6-1. I didn't update it. I'm going to put it at 6 for now. Let me know if I'm wrong. So your duty to the duck and report the bot. Yeah, I reported it. Annoying thing. So I think it's 6-1 to the forces of good right now. So let's get evil up again. Let's take out Norsca from the equation. And add back in... We've seen a lot of coast. Okay, that's fine. We'll see who Lunacy will get to play. Lunacy, very top tier tournament player. Tactical bot from evil. Yeah, trying to throw off the score. It is going to be... Greenskins! And now for the forces of good. So let's take out all these evil lads. What did we see last there? Boop. Oh, we had Empire, didn't we? So we'll take out Empire. Add everything else back in. So Empire, can't play as them. Hopefully we have some Dwarf action. I actually won a game against a good player. Who was it? It was against Ice Power. With Dwarfs against Greenskins the other day. So it is possible. And we'll take out Bretonnia because we saw them 2 games ago. And we'll go from there. So the Drea Greenskins have emerged.
Defender
it's 6-1.
of 1.
And it is High Elves. Did we see High Elves just now? I think that was a couple of games ago. So I think High Elves is fine. I think that's fine. So, hello. So it is High Elf versus Greenskin, which is a really bad matchup for High Elves. It's doable, like Dragon Prince and stuff. You got a lot of fire damage. Pillowbone's a small map. But it's going to be tough for sure. This is going to be super tough. Puffed Elga, says Kelliger Iron Fist. Certainly expecting some more dwarf action, I would assume there, but yes. It's gonna be tough. Well, this ain't gonna go well. The power of memes shall protect you. Evil needs some love, man. They're like 6-1 down. They're 6-1 down. And we've got just under an hour left. Yeah, Regiment Dragon Princes have fire attacks. You have the big birds with all the fire attacks. Flameside Phoenixes, Arcane Phoenixes. Emmerich can indeed get fire attacks himself if you so dare to bring him. How about we promise no fanatics and you can ban one of my units? I don't think Lunacy is going to agree to that. I very much doubt he will agree to that, because Fanatics are very good here. Oh yeah, man. It's like the opposite. So when I said dwarves appear in my stream, I mentioned this earlier on. Like, the people rejoice. They're like, yeah, dwarves, grudges. Let's sell some grudges and stuff. And every time greenskins appear, everyone's like, no, why do I hear boss music? What is this? And everyone, like, panics. Sad to see the good guys winning there. I think they've done good today so far. Ronald's gift is a fickle fiend, though. Okay, no fanatics, no ban. Okay, Lunacy just kind of have no fanatics. What a lad. What a true champ of the people. I think we should get a big shout out to Lunacy there from you guys in chat. No fanatics. This, of course, is just a fun King of the Hill. If this was a tournament, I'm sure he would be seeing a lot of those twirly whirlies. Dark Elves are not good because we don't count end times here, I'm afraid. Yeah, I think some of the Dark Elves turn to good, some continue to fight for evil. It's a weird hodgepodge. How does Marathi die in end times, if anyone knows? Does Malekith kill her? Or like lock her away or something? Like, I can't bear to kill my own mother. Lock her away, like the weak Dark Elf he is. Oh, that'd be hilarious. If he like just brings like just fanatics. Yeah, Spider Riders are pretty mean here, for sure. If I'm Deadly Bunny, so I'm going White Line theme. White Line Chariots, White Lines, White Line Infantry, and the totally illegal character you can't bring. I have been considering adding in a few of the campaign characters to my tournaments, but they would need extensive testing. There's a hero for Norsca who could be added in just to give them a wizard hero, or like a named wizard, who can be quite powerful, and also maybe like the captain of the White Guard, the White Lines. Maybe in End Times Dark Elves count as an Order faction, but back on tabletop they were evil. She becomes a goddess. She turned herself into a demigod. Oh, she's doing pretty good for herself then. La la la, I'm not listening to you. Oh, she tried to bargain with Snesh and she got turned into something evil? She's stronger than ever, but she's kind of killed, okay. Man, I'm loving the little duck thing that I added today with the little butter knife. It's so good. She's almost like a goddess in Age of Sigmar. Yeah, I think it is like a continuation, right, of the lore. It's just super messy. But anyway, let's have a little rumble in the jungle. See what we got here. Oh my god, Lunacy, you Chad. So, anyway, we'll go through the high elf build first, because both these builds look pretty fun. Load of spearmen, but we don't care about them, because this back line is a work of beauty. 1, 2, 3 Phoenix Guard, one of which is the Keepers of Flame. Looking flaming hot today. We have Swordmasters Hoef, 1, 2, and 3 of them. Oh my god, 3 Phoenix Guard, 3 Swordmasters. We have a Major Fire, Cascading Firecloak, and Burning Head, and Imric on his horse, which has some of the coolest armor in the freaking game. Look at this horse! And there's also Imric on top. We care more about the horse there. We have Starlance, Dragonhorn, and Lord of Dragons. Very fun build. For the Force of the Greenskins, we have Goblin and Forest Goblin Archers. We have triple Goblin Wolf Chariots in the front. This is such a cool build from the Greenskins. We have triple Goblin Wolf Chariots, Orc Boys, Goblins, Orc Boys, and more Orc Boys. Some Black Orcs, some Stone Trolls, a sneaky little Gobbo hiding in the forest with they need stabbing. Goblin Great Shaman, Vindictive Glare, Itchy Nuisance, Gorkle Fix-It, and we have the Big 'Un. The Big 'Un, the Rogue Idol. Looking to smash. And I mean, he's going to be pretty good. Long range wise, at least. He's got a lot of juicy targets to focus fire. But if Phoenix Guards surround him, they will cause quite a few problems. And Deadly Bunny's build's relatively okay here. The problem's going to be these chariots and skirmish cavalry. He has 0 counterplay to them. No archers, no cavalry himself. Imric at best is his counterplay, I suppose. And he's just going to have to try to get exactly this situation. Try to get Lunacy to shoot Spearmen rather than his other targets. The Wolf Chariots can do a lot of cycle charging. A big rock is lobbed at the Phoenix Guard, but unfortunately misses. The Stone Trolls are currently lurking in the trees, but they can be seen, unfortunately, there. Phoenix Guard now taking quite a bit of damage from those shots of the Goblin Wolf Rider Chariots. The Skirmish Cav is holding onto its ammo, trying to loop up and around this build, using that extra mobility to get onto those key targets. Spearmen are trying their best. It looks like even the Major Fire is going to try and push out here to drive away the Skirmish Cavalry as the Swordmasters just advance. This spear unit should probably just pull back and help protect the back line from all of these pesky skirmishers and move forward. The big one continues to fire. It can replenish ammunition at the loss of health. And a big rock comes in. Boom! Just in front of the Keeper of Flames. Doing some pretty decent damage, however. But doing some good work there. Near Lossie Hotter, shout out to my boy Darv. Oh, does Darv like his basic Dark Elf Lord? Swordmasters are now taking quite a pound, and they're just trying to close the distance as quickly as possible, but a big rock hits the Keeper of Flames once more. Looks like the big one certainly has his eye on the prize. Now up to 8 kills, but already getting at 400 damage value just from a couple of puny shots. Spearman trying to force out the Goblin Wolf Rider archers, but really good discipline play here by Lunacy. He's getting all the value, and he's really desperately trying to focus down the Keeper of Flames and the Phoenix Guard. Oh my god, what a shot! Killed 10 Phoenix Guard with one shot. And he knows he needs to kill them because they're a good answer to the big one here, as well as the Spider, the Stone Trolls, and everything. The Gobos going to be pushing forward, trying to engage with Spearmen. Swordsmasters have managed to get to grips with them, though. Keeper of Flames, another one does go down in a burst of fire, and a big rock goes in, incinerating these boys. They've taken quite a pounding on the approach, but should be relatively decent up against the majority of these combatants. Greenskin Forces, Stone Trolls going to reposition, try to get to the flanks here, so they don't have to deal with those Phoenix Guard. It looks like for the most part the Greenskin Forces are going to be doing a bit of a retreat here, falling back, just allowing those chariots to really get the damage value. The big one, though, isn't the quickest beast, only 31 speed, and could certainly be surrounded here by some troops if he's not too careful. He is faster than your average foot troop, but Imric on his pony is pretty damn quick, coming over those lancing strikes. Phoenix Guard trying to catch up now, and the big one will be getting slowed. He is getting hit right now by Lord of Dragons and Flammable, but he's also trying to move through the woods, which isn't going to do him any favours whatsoever. His melee defense is down to 3. Just 3. Yeah, he's taking a pounding right now. Phoenix Guard are getting butchered by the Goblin Great Shaman, but a Burning Head is going to catch these Orc Boys. No, it's cancelled, it would seem. And a Cascading Fire Cloak instead has been popped on top of the Spearman, but it does not give them fire damage. That's why I prefer Flame Sword of Rune there. Gobos are retreating in all different directions. The chariots are focused throwing down the mage, and the big one seems to throw a rock into some sword masters, and the Keepers of Flame doing a decent job here up against the big one, but he's relatively tanky. Swordmasters charge in, Itchy Nuisance goes down, Black Orcs are cleaving apart the Phoenix Guard, though the Dragonhorn has been popped. We're going to be seeing some massive melee attack on a lot of these troops right now. Chariots are going to be hunting down that Sorceress Boutte, and they're doing a good job there. It looks like we're going to see a Vindictive Glare as well. Overcast go down, and oh, very lucky. It seems like the first shot just missed and sent her flying instead. More Phoenix Guard and Swordsmen need to get into the battle. They've kind of been too spread out a little bit here. The little Gobbo is hunting down Imric, but he will certainly get finished off if he hangs in there too long. Swordmasters clean up the Orc Boys in the woods. Can have a good job there. Keepers of Flame can continue to pursue the big one, who is nearly out of ammunition at this point. Phoenix Guard pushing around the left-hand side. Wolf Chariots are continuing to retreat and harass. They've been quite an inspired pick, it would seem so far. There's a lot of elite troops. Swordmasters need to engage with the Black Orcs, though. Allow the Phoenix Guard to tussle with the Spiders and other stuff, because the Black Orcs can deal with the Phoenix Guard, so they need to go down. And Swordmasters looking pretty healthy still. Imric, the Chad Prince, is hunting down the Goblin Great Shaman for now. Gorkle Fixer is going to slow down these troops, though, and enable that Goblin Great Shaman to escape. There's a lot of skirmish left on the field for the Greenskins, but it is shooting into Spearman right now, which is a bit of a mistake. They need to hunt down these Phoenix Guard. And somehow that Major Fire is still alive, and we do have Spearman surrounding the big one right now. War is currently popped, and Imric cares not. Lance lowered, running in, and I imagine trying to lance a big old rock. It's not going to go very well for the lance, but maybe there's like holes and stuff that you can grab and try to break up the warp energy, which is keeping this Finn alive. It is suffering badly now, though. It has come into stage 2, meaning it does more damage, but it's losing its armor, which is a big problem. Imric should be able to deal with him, you would think. Burning Head goes down the line, well dodged by the Greenskins. Phoenix Guard continue to push up the hill. More Phoenix Guard trying to pin the chariots in place. Swordmasters are going down here, though. 2 full health units are quite tasty, however. Balance power still in the balance. The big one has Rampage, so it will go into tier 3 now. It's Rampaging, it bombs the area, massive armor piercing, but minus 90 armor is going to make him far more squishy. And it's looking at a very close game so far. Stone Troll's still effective and healthy. Chariots have lots of ammunition, likewise do the Skirmish Cavalry. The big one's taking a while to go down. He's just about surviving here. He's looking very low, but oh my god, he is pounding Imric into the dirt. Imric was looking very healthy, but 1 or 2 hits, I'm telling you. When the big one gets to this stage and it's rampaging, it can really cause big problems. And what a master play here by Lunacy. Popping Crown of Command, making the big one unbreakable. Burning Head does roast the Orc Boys, force off some Spider Rider Archers as well. Phoenix Guard and Swordmasters trying to tussle it out with the Chariots right now. The Golden Great Shaman is very healthy, and Imric taking a pounding like that really has turned this game on its head. Balance power now firmly in favour of the Greenskins. Goblin Great Shaman has been forced off. Imric, though, is still an elf at the end of the day and can be squishy. A lovely rock throw into the Keepers of Flame and Swordmasters. This big one has nearly 4k damage value so far and still has more left to give. Swordmasters and Spearmen should be able to drag it down, though, because its leadership is currently so low. Balance power firmly in favour of the Greenskins for now. Chariots are kiting and falling back, which is exactly what he should be doing right now. Saving up the Winds of Magic on that Goblin Great Shaman. Elves look a beaten force right now. Imric is going to be getting hit by Vindictive Glare. It is overcast and connects. It was a miscast. Lord Dragons had gone down as well. If that had missed, maybe Imric would have actually killed the Goblin Great Shaman here or done so much damage that he could have broken him. But don't even try, went down. Vindictive Glare connected. Luckily, it's still a victory because the horse survived, and that's good news for us. But Imric has died. And with that, it is looking very, very dicey for the forces of the High Elves. Gorkle Fixer goes down. Goblin Big Boss is finishing off that major fire. The big one is running for its life from some Spearmen, which is pretty hilarious. Mage is actually trying to fight this, which is not advised. There's one Spearman here as well. I don't know where he came from, but he's a loyal geezer, trying his best. And as soon as the Mage gets hit down, he runs away. And it's a shame that the Phoenix Guard and Swordsmen could do a decent job up against what remains, but their leadership's just not going to hold. Cycle Chargement from Chariots, the death of their lord. Well, I think it's Imric, so maybe they'll be like, hey, yay, we don't have such a narcissistic leader anymore. But Phoenix Guard and Swordsmen think, you know what, life at home is probably going to be a bit better now. We're going to retreat, and it shall be a victory for the forces of evil. Whew. Imric, man. Man, Imric, bro. What's up, Zach? You were very late, but we're still going, man. We've got more to come. About another 40 minutes. About another 40 minutes. Dude, that was He Needs His Dragon. This was a very fun game. 2 super odd builds. And it came down to Imric. He did so much damage to the big one. But he hung in there too long. And when the big one gets injured, yeah, he's easy to kill, but he hits harder. Imric 1.4k damage value before getting assassinated. Bullet Head's never quite connected. I think the last one did okay, but not amazing, unfortunately. Spearmen did okay. Swordsmasters just did not pay for themselves. Neither did the Phoenix Guard. Actually, the Keeper of Flame got 1.4k. Good work by them. The Goblin Great Shaman on his big old Spoiler, 1.4k. Lovely work there. And across the board, pretty average from the foot troops. The Stone Trolls, though, again, 69 kills. I'm going to leave that one in the air for you guys. 855 damage value. The Chariots, 700. 670. 770. Good work on such cheap units. The big one, though, 16k damage dealt. 141 kills. Just shy of 4k damage value with the 3,916. Beautiful game. That was really fun. GG, well played. And that's good. Don't even try it, remove horn charges. Because I only used one and then they were all gone. Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll need to do some testing. So, Evil is back, baby. Evil is, I don't think they're going to have enough time to bring it all the way back. But Lunacy here has put Evil back on the map. Boo, 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 boo. Let's see. Who's up next? We have... Dun, dun, dun. Blackthorn. Blackthorn, if you would like to take your place in the art of war. We then have Zypher and Hayden. And I think, unfortunately, that... I want to get so many of these people in. Because I haven't had a King of the Dead on the channel in ages. We've got Bob Tresh, Shetland, Poon and Friends, Grombrindle for Poland. But I don't think we're going to be able to reach you guys, I'm afraid. We will be streamed about 10, but then I'm afraid I must go eat. Because it began quite late here in the UK. So let's see if Blackthorn's online. Oh my god, Clan Koala. I love it. I love it. Blackthorn, where art thou? I do not see him. He might play under a different name as well. Let's drop him a message. In the King of the Hill queue slot. Oh, can't play. No worries. No worries. So moving on to Zypher. Zypher shall be up next. Zypher, you are up, bud. Cool. And we get Zypher in here. He'll be representing the force of good. Pass me and don't look back. No. Oh, is the bot back? How? Sorry, guys, about the bot. Poor dude. Unfortunately, it does two different... It's actually two bots. So I can't ban it all in one go. It's one bot that says stuff and one bot that puts a load of emojis in. Yo, what did I miss? Quite a bit, Grumpy Guard. Quite a bit. Guys, I clicked the link and got $3,000. Yeah, we can't get everyone in, which is sad, but it's been such a fun stream. Man, we have over 100 likes here. That's crazy. I hope you guys are enjoying this format. It's certainly something I'm going to be looking to do in the future. So Zypher password is 1234. I'm going to sort out factions now whilst you load in. So, for the forces of good, we're going to take out the High Elves and add back in Empire. Where are you, pesky High Elves? You dishonoured the forces of good High Elves, but I mean, Deadly Bunny's on such a good run. Such a good run today. We'll see who the forces of good get. Speaking of evil being back, here's the bot. We get Dwarfs. We get Dwarfs, yes. More Dwarf action. I think we've had Dwarfs only once so far, and they got a victory, so maybe a good omen. But Lunacy certainly is going to be a tough opponent to break down. Oh, we didn't add in Bretonnia, but that's fine. No one wants any Bretonians. So you won't have greenskins anymore. Well, add... we had Norsca recently, didn't we? I'm actually going to take out Coast, just because we've seen them a lot today on stream. And then we'll go from there. We'll go from there. Casino homeboy. Did it not ban him? I tried banning him just now. It's Vampire Counts. Making their debut today, I believe. So Dwarfs vs. Counts is a fun matchup. It is a grind fest. I'm going to put it out there now. Oh no, Zypher, where are you? I do not see you. Ryder Rohan just submitted a rather funny sounding replay. So hopefully Zypher's on his way. I know he's in chat, so he has seen this. Let me finish the bot off for good. Oh my god, oh, it's because I'm an idiot. Sorry. I hadn't moved down my chat. Dowie. I was wondering why there was so less Dowie. Do I have you as a friend, Zypher? If not, can you PM me your friend code? I don't think you're on here, bud. Which is strange. I thought we had... We've definitely played before. Thank you. I just received your friend code. Doop. Let's open up Steam and get you added, bud. I always forget who I have and who I don't on Steam. There we go, sent invite. I've also got a load of messages I need to reply to. It won't let me see them, because, you know. Oh, okay, sorry, Krablin messaged. That's fine, I was on holiday. So, I'll message him after. We need to start the DVD finals. There you go. We've invited him. So I think we just played on Pillarbone, right? So we're at Prague this time. Vlad, the chat is gooder than all the elves. Change my mind? How can you say that when we have Orion? Someone who charges into glorious rampage and kills whatever he sees. I hope Zypher does a fire meme build. Fire builds can work well against counts. Dowie going to be cheese after FLC. That is a worry. Yeah, it's the same bot. Or the same kind of bot that comes back. Hey. So it is Dowie versus VC. Man, Lunacy's build was so fun in that last game. I think he's feeling in a pretty... I mean, it's like a good build as well. It's like really solid, but I think he's feeling in a pretty fun mood. So he might bring some more wild stuff we don't get to see terribly often. I'm not sure what Zypher plays. I think he plays evil factions. I think he plays Dark Elves and Vampire Counts, maybe. But I mean, if he plays Vampire Counts, at least he knows what's coming up. Jesus, what's with the bots? Yeah, they've like found me today. I think it's because I haven't been streaming so much. I kind of missed the wave of them. King, I don't think we're gonna get you, I'm afraid. You're like quite far down the list. So originally I was gonna stream for 3 hours. We've actually hit that mark. But I'm going to go for an extra half hour because I'm trying to get in as many people as possible. So it's probably just going to be Zypher and Hayden. And if the games are super quick, maybe we get 4 Poland in. But I doubt it. So it's unlikely we get Poland or Grombrindle in. Or Shetland, Dutch, Poon, or yourself. Or Praetor. What I'll try and do is give you guys a heads up next time I do a King of the Hill. Because I'm probably going to do another one later this week. And, like, try and get you guys at the top of the list. But, you know, that's all I can do, I'm afraid. Because I've been running for, like, 3 hours now, I think, and it's, like, 9:30 here in the UK. I did say on the fin that I would only be casting for 3 hours. We are going to go the extra mile, do an extra half hour. Because we had that little, kind of laggy bit in the centre. So, Dwarfs versus VC. Should be good fun. Again, I think flame builds can actually generally be quite good here. No, I've been watching this for nothing then. No, King! No, come back to me! Jokes, fun stream. No worries, man. I'm going to try and get you guys in early next time. Oh, no. I've just seen the bot. Man, this thing's so annoying. Oh, you guys might not be able to see. Oh, no, Raptor got there. Raptor, you're a champ. They just keep changing their names slightly. And then posting the same link. But yeah, never click a link unless I've kind of mentioned it. Or I've put the link there myself. I don't understand that bot. There's no link. Oh, I think it wants you to type in the onewin.bet. But that's what you get. As King of the Dead. It's been him the whole time, masterminding behind the scenes. Last game I can watch before going to a party. It's been great, everyone. Hope you enjoyed Dr. Palpy and becoming a member here of the Royal Dark Guard as well. Please, anyone who has become a member today, so I know Dr. Palpy has, Emperor has, Zypher has, please PM me on Discord. And I can upgrade your status there to become a member of the Royal Dark Guard. It gives you access to an extra Discord or an extra chat. And we will be, once now that we're starting to get a decent amount of members in there, doing some like exclusive streams for you guys, like Royal Dark Guard, like internal wars and that type of stuff. Yes, yes. You don't give me a turn, I give you bots, my beautiful Slaanesh bots. Now, we got Blackthorn and Raptor here, though, to punish you with the Dark Man. What I don't know what it is, why they think, oh, you know what, we're going to target Warhammer streams. Like, because the same bot's been appearing in Logic stream. So I don't understand. We've had Snesh bots, now we have Zinch bots. I really don't want to see what Nurgle bot is. Oh no. Oh no. So, are these guys ready? I am ready, I believe. I don't think Zypher plays Dwarfs, so... Be interesting to see what he brings. Lunacy definitely plays Vampire Counts. He's a very good Vampire Count player. So it's going to be scary. Can I be special? You are special, King of the Dead! And also, I will try... I'm going to make a little separate list of the people who couldn't play today. So, Grombrindle, For Poland, anyone who's kind of like down below the guys who aren't going to make it. And I'll give you guys like an hour's heads up when we do the next King of the Hill. And if you want to play, let me know and we'll get you in first on the list. In the fires of the Black Thorn we were forged. Yeah, Nogobot would be scam vaccine. Cornbot would just be... I don't even know. Like real bad images, I guess. Lunacy is plotting and scheming right now. Don't you have enough pandemic in your life as it is? What's up, bye now? How are you, champ? I love the little ducks. Loving all the little ducks. You're new co-leader of a... oh god, I'm going to butcher that name. Does that mean... Is that like Greek? Or Latin or something? It's good to have you back, King, though. We missed you in the community, man. We missed you. Give me Turin or it's War of DBD. I don't have Turin like locked away somewhere. He's in America, man. I can't give you Turin. Cornbot is illegal steroids? By the way, up, did I ask you about the thing I'm currently planning? I think I mentioned it a while ago. I don't think so, Zach. I have been on holiday, so I've basically forgotten everything in my puny duck brain on what I was meant to do and organise. I had like a set of videos I was going to make that I just haven't done because I was on holiday and then it's kind of fallen apart. But yeah, I was going to show how to face Dowie as Lizardmen because it's a matchup a lot of people ask me about. But I don't know if I'm going to bother doing it now because the DLC is around the corner and stuff shall change. This is the most chatty, Chad McFor, Chad Grim build I've ever seen in my life. We have Foregrim Grudgebearer coming with all the goodies. Peak Gateguard, Hammerers, Norgumlin Ironbreakers, Dragonback Slayers, triple Gyrocopter with Brimstone Guns, and a Skyhammer Gyrocopter. The problem here is going to be, I mean, there's only 2 Fellbats, but Dragon as well. This could end up being a little bit rough for the Dwarfs, we'll have to wait and see. But for the Counts, we have Fellbats in the skies, we have Crypt Ghouls, which is an interesting pick. They're very bad against armor, so I guess they're good against Slayers, right? They've got poison attacks, they're damage dealers, they're probably brought here to kill Slayers, or at least I would think. But he's kind of brought them as a main battle line. This is a really cool build once again by Lunacy. A load of zombies. We have Graveguard with great weapons, including the Sternsman, dotted along the back. We have a Necromancer, who is going to be a battery today, in fact 2 of them. And up in the skies, a Larmian Vampire Lordress. I believe it's a female vampire, this lord. Where are you gone? Yep, looks like it. Again, sitting quite awkwardly, though, on this mount. All of the Vampire Lords do. He comes in with Seduction, Lightning Reflexes, the Scepter of Stability, Enfeebling Foe, Raise Dead, Invocation of Heck, and Pestilent Breath. Those Pestilent Breaths could get some pretty disgusting value here today if they can get on top of the key targets. Crap, gotta go. Thanks for stream. GG's, and thanks for the company. No worries, man. Thank you for popping in. And been an amazing mod as always. Yeah, you need ground fire to support the gyros. I honestly think Iron Drakes can do that rather well, the flamethrowers, because you can roast Fellbats very quickly with them. Yes, that Grombrindle appears in chat. Every time, there's some kind of weird spell, it must be kind of a pain. Every time Foregrim appears, or Grombrindle appears, on a battle anywhere on stream, Grombrindle the player will appear. Like, he'll get dragged to the stream. Zombies moving up. Fellbats are looking to countercharge as well. Brimstone Guns Going to have a good time focusing down the Vampire Lord Duress if they can. They need to stay away from the Fellbats, though. If he can get rid of the Fellbats, he's going to be in such a good position. The problem is he doesn't have the correct gyrocopters to deal with Fellbats. You need the basic one, can actually get rid of them relatively quickly, those steam shots. We have an early bomb and run, unfortunately, mainly catching zombies, a little bit of critical play as well. Really wants to hit the Graveguard with the bomb runs, personally. Something a lot of players do is they use their bombs early. I much prefer to use them when the rest of my build has them pinned in place. I think that's how you get the most value from them for sure. No Lordress, it's called Mistress. Lordress is kind of like, not a meme from me, but yeah, I know Lordress isn't a official word, but it's, because I always say Lord, they just, Lordress. The Stunsman army moving forward. Bomber is going to do some good work on them if it does get the opportunity. Fellbat's kind of been focused down, but this is the problem. These shots are designed to kind of kill individual models rather than units like this, and that's why the Steam one can be a bit better. Brimstone guns, once again, doing a little bit of pressure over on this flank, and it looks like Gyrocopters are in a hot retreat at the moment. More are pushing up, though, to engage with the enemy where possible. Fellbats, combined with the Vampire Lord, will be driving off the enemy. Fellbats have them on the ropes, though. The rest of the Dwarf build is currently vibing, just waving their hammers in the air. And look at Forgrim, just looking super cool there. Good luck, have fun, awesome stuff to see. Fellbats are now being focused fired, and they will be able to take down the Fellbats, but it is used up a lot of very expensive Dwarvish ammunition, which could obviously be used elsewhere. And it looks like they're just poking, trying their best. The Undead, of course, will be advanced, and a bit of a misplay here as well. Shots going into zombies is never good value for money. A few, though, do go into the Vampire Lord, doing some decent damage to her as well. Fellbats seem to be looking alright. I'd honestly maybe even use Invocation of Heck on Fellbats, which is something I normally would never do, but this is just such a good situation. Now they've got the Gyrocopters on the run. This is the big problem. These other two need to whip around here and fire in whilst these Gyrocopters keep these guys in combat. They have to fight. It looks like he has skirmish mode on, and that dragon is going to be able to force these guys away, and the Dwarfs are looking in a really bad situation now. If they lose the air game here, they just nothing to support. Does Fulgrim give buffs in Air of Effect? He does. Might be worth falling back to the area, just so they get buffed up and they can actually fight the Fellbats. They are overwhelming them here. It looks like the Brimstone gun is going to be going down, though. It has been caught here in a Seduction and Enfeebling Foe. I think Enfeebling Foe was a little bit overkill, but Invocation Hex going down as well. The Bomber's still alive, which is good news for the Dwarfs, but yeah, this Gyrocopter crew is going to be exploding. That must be such a scary fight. The Gyrocopters have to fight this, I think. I don't know if it's going to go well. So, do they get buffed? They do get buffed. Okay, this is good. Fight now, you get extra 9 melee attack. They can actually do some pretty decent damage. It looks like the Bombers are going to be trying to get their value where possible, but Lunacy is a crafty fox here. He's juking back and forth, stopping. Not going to make it easy for that Skyhammer to connect with those bombs. Although, look at the little fumes of smoke coming up here from those glorious boys. Lovely bomb and run, though, there, done by Zypher onto the Graveguard, getting some really solid damage value. The Brimstone gun is back, which is good news. The Gyrocopters are surrounded by Fellbats at the moment, which is unfortunate for them. The zombies are slowly starting to march, and the Hammerers are going to have their work cut out. This Gyrocopter is done for now. It's kind of fallen back out of position, and a lot of the Fellbats are starting to struggle. Ironbreakers using their explosives on the zombies. Not the worst idea. I mean, you can clear out chaff very quickly. Will be better used on Crypticals, however. The zombies are getting eviscerated in flame and grudging fury. Dwarfs not too happy with them, it would seem, but zombies are starting to push through from all sides. Crypticals as well can do some lovely rear attacks. Up in the skies, the Gyrocopter is surrounded now by Fellbats and is routing and running for its life. The Vampire Lord is going to be hunting down the Skyhammer, which is bad news, and now Fellbats can simply disengage. This Dragon Lady is definitely going to get some big breath attacks, probably on the Hammers, you would think. I mean, the front line of the Vampires is dead by those blasting charges, but Crypt Ghouls are now getting into the back. The single unit of Slayers is kind of just vibing in fire at the moment. There's a lot of Graveguards still left to deal with. Ironbreakers are surrounded. They're not really going to mind this too much. They'll easily be able to withstand the pressure of the Crypt Ghouls. With that poison, it's going to really dampen their damage output, I would suppose. Fallen Grudgebro still alive. Peak Gateguard have been hit by an overcast enfeebling foe, plus a breath attack coming down. Oh, no! My beloved Peak Gateguard get absolutely slaughtered here. That probably allowed the Graveguard to seal victory here. We had a battle up on the channel I cast just a couple of days ago. with Dwarfs, and there was one peak gate guard left, and he returned to the field to face a greater demon. It was some of the greatest stuff I've ever seen. Lightning Reflexes goes down the Vampire Lord, doing a good job here. We do have an Invocation Heck coming down on the Necromancer, trying to keep him alive, because Dragonback Slayers did get in there and start pounding him down quite badly. Dwarfs are relatively separated, but Brimstone Guns have returned, which is quite nice. They can focus down key targets here. How's the Gyrocopter doing? Not good. I mean, one unit of Fellbats is nearly dead. But yeah, this Gyrocopter is certainly going to bite the dust. And the other Brimstone Guns are coming back into the fray. Dwarfs trying to put up the best fight possible. But if you get to this point of the battlefield, and we see the Dwarfs are in small segments, right, all around the battlefield, that's really bad news. Because the Vampire Counts have better mobility with their dragons, normally Vargals, that type of stuff. They'll start to pick you apart and isolate you. Gyrocopter does explode in the face of the dragon, but it cares not, I suppose. And it's going to be charging in once more. The Gyrocopters trying their best here. Thorgrim has been hit by a seduction. Thorgrim, you old devil, you've been seduced there by a vampire. Never would I thought I would see the day. Brimstone Gun trying to finish off the Necromancer here. The Ironbreakers have just taken no damage. They've been fighting for so long, up to 156 kills. Probably not the best damage value though, but they're just not weakened whatsoever. Big Breath Attack comes in on the Ironbreakers, for the most part missed, I think, and it kind of kills friendly troops. The Peak Gate Guard do rally, of course, being warrior legends of old, and trying to surround the enemy. Brimstone Guns are focusing down the Vampire Lord, but there's just nothing to kill her really left on the battlefield. And it looks like the Skyhammer has rallied. One unit of Fellbats is done with. The Gyrocopters are fleeing, and this is the problem with going Air Force. It's a risk up against Vampire Counts. It can definitely pay off, but it is super risky versus Vampire Counts in my opinion, because more often than not you're going to see a minimum of 2 Fellbats, normally 3 or 4, and a Flying Caster, so it's really hard to make it work. I have seen players do it. I think Zypher could possibly pull it off if he moved back and took out the Fellbats individually with the buffs from Thorgrim nearby, and a bit of a crossfire, but he didn't want to take the engagements, and I think that has kind of cost him here. Oh, I mean, even if he had done that, it still, you know, was a bit rough. Bombing shots do come in, trying to hit the Sternsmen here. Some of them going a bit awry, though. And Thorgrim Goshbra going up against the dragon. It looks like he's turned his back on the dragon. You're not worth the High King's time. I have more important things to do than fight some meager dragon from the west side of the battlefield. I don't know where are they in relation, from the north? Yeah, I think vampires are from the north of the Dwarfs. Let's face some dragon, upstart dragon from the north. He does turn eventually to engage. Lightning Reflexes and Invocation Heck, though, will probably turn this in the favour of the vampire. But I think Thorgrim's probably like, you know what, I've got enough grudges to settle anyway. I'm not going to add another one to the list. I'm going to get out of here a little bit. Yes, yes. That blast and charge friendly fire, though, yeah, it's always glorious. That was a ballsy build from the Dwarfs. Gyros with no missile support, indeed. Indeed. That was a fun game, though. Just ignore the bats. That is also a possibility. Yes, yes. Thorgrim is the best, but soon there'll be a new nickname, Chad Forek. I hope so, Grombrindle. I hope he's good. 45% speed on Gyro Bombers. Oh, yeah, that's going to be fun. Isn't one of the runes? Can't you pop it and it increases speed? I haven't looked too much because, again, I'm kind of waiting to get access so I can explore it as well. Well played, Zypher. Unfortunately, with this build, nothing really paid for its stuff. I mean, Ironbreaker's got a lot of kills. 1.3k on the Norgrim Ironbreaker's basically full health at the end of the day. But yeah, the 1.7k on the Skyhammer. Good work to get the value where he could. But again, pretty rough up against the double Fellbats. 1.7k damage value on a unit of Fellbats. With 0 kills, I might add. That may be the most damage value I've seen on a unit of Fellbats. And yeah, the infantry just slow ground at the enemy. I'm not sure how I feel about the crit goals. I get 1 or 2 units to take out Slayers, but I don't think they're going to do good anywhere else. 2k damage value there on the Vampire Lord. Maybe the crit goals are to get into the back line and poison enemy troops. GG, well played. So, we will be going up to the final game now. Final game of the stream. We're going to go Alpine Ridge. And let's see whose turn it is. It is the turn of... boo. Where's my list? King of the Hill, where are you? It is going to be... Hayden. So SPQR, Hayden, you are up, bud. Password 1234. Apologies to For Poland, Grombrindle, Shetland Apache, Bob Tresh, Poon and Friends, King of the Dead, Praetor. I think that's everyone who did sign up. Oh no, Hayden can't play. Oh no. So Hayden, if you can't play, I'm afraid you're going to be on the top of the next list. So For Poland, if you are watching. Oh my god, the bots are continuing. Oh no, that's because okay, no, I was looking at the wrong thing. Cool. Did the bots return? I don't know. Raptor's done a good job so far. So I think For Poland will be up next. Man, if all these people can't play, no worries. Oh my god, sorry, missed the donation. Thank you, Dr. Palpy, once more. You've been a true champ this stream with your donations, as well as becoming a member. Take it easy, everyone. Great stream. Thank you so much, man. And again, please do message me on Discord so I can add you in to the Roll Dark Guard. And if you don't know where my Discord is, or anyone who wants to join it, there's a link down below. So, no worries, bud. Think you will miss out on stream, sadly, though. So I'm just going to double check that he can't play. And if so, I think For Poland will be able to get in. Yes, yes. Dun dun dun. Cool. Thank you, Emperor, as well, for messaging me for a reminder there. So, I think we'll get For Poland in now. Where are you, buddy? There you are. Boop. I'm sending a little invite. Password is 1234. And then we'll, yeah. We'll get all the next guys in as a priority on the next King of the Hill, which will be later this week. Most likely Wednesday, because I can control the length of it. Because then I've got to watch football in the evening. I'm going to try and organise DVD for Thursday, but it depends massively on the players, of course. So we'll have to wait and see. For Poland! Quack. Cool. So let us get up this beautiful thing again. Oh, and I should probably change the scoreboard. Let's get ready for now. Evil has done a good fight back here, led by Lunacy. They can't win the event, but they can kind of come back into a bit more dignity on their side after taking some very heavy early losses. So let's quickly take out the Vampire Counts. We've had greenskins recently as well. So we'll add in Norsca. Oh, this seems like a mess. Take out Counts. Take out Wood Elves. I don't know what you're doing there. I haven't seen Wood Elves today. And it shall be Warriors of Chaos for Evil. Going out with a chaotic bang. We did see them earlier on, but always good to see them in action. And let's add all the other good factions in now. I'd like to see some Wood Elves, actually. We haven't seen them today. Which is the way of things. I mean, in tournaments in general, but also in this format. We've seen quite a lot of High Elves today, so we're not going to pop them back in. Or Dwarfs, I'm afraid. We did just see them, though I do love them quite a bit. And here we go. This will be the final game, guys. So if you are enjoying... Hey... Oh! No worries, awesome play. No worries, man. You can call me Dick of War if you'd like. No worries. It shall be Bretonnia. So Bretonnia versus Chaos, I'm afraid. So it is Brett versus Chaos. This is the last game of the stream. Food is for the weak, Duck. Warhammer is for the men. I would love to keep going. It's been a super fun stream, man. You guys seem to really have appreciated the format. But it's nearly 10 o'clock here. My sleep pattern is as terrible as ever. I'm really trying to sort it out, so I do need to eat food and go to bed, basically. So yeah, eat food and chill out for like an hour and go to bed. But we will do a King of the Hill. And in fact, King of the Dead. How would you like to do a best of 7 on the channel at some point soon, if you're feeling in good form? I was going to organise one for today. We cancelled and made this instead. But if you're feeling in good form, I would quite like King of the Dead versus either Taco, Flying Taco, or Saphir. Whichever one can make it on the day. But I don't know your schedule. I don't know your schedule. I mean, you get that sort of some point, but I am afraid going to end the stream. Again, I will give priority to people who missed out today. At some point, I'm going to do like a 6-hour stream to celebrate some landmark. We might do that when we get to like 10k subs or something. Although that is quite a way off at the moment. Message me whenever. Awesome. Tomorrow, maybe? Oh, no. Okay, maybe not tomorrow. We can sort out for some when. I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow, because I need to do tomorrow's video and Tuesdays, because I'm back to work then, and I'm busy in the evening tomorrow. I think at an annoying time as well. At like 6 or something, so it's hard to stream. Oh, you want me? We can do that. We can maybe get Taco versus Saphir as a different one. So like Taco versus Saphir, if they're down for it, of course. I've spoken to Saphir about it, I haven't spoken to Taco. Saphir seems keen. And we can get like King of the Dead versus me. Maybe we can do that as one stream. Like 2 bests... Maybe like 2 best of 5. Or 2 best of 7s even. Oh no, my phone's on 1% battery. Alright. I'm gonna just press start so they can go when ready. And I'm gonna get my phone charger super quick. Be right back. I shall leave Grombrindle in charge. Okay, bam, I'm back. That's useful because if I don't see... Ooh, if I don't have my phone on me, I can't see what you guys are saying. He wants you, Ducky. Probably not in that way, probably to kill me, which would be sad. F for Bretonnia. I'm assuming this is pretty terrible for Bretonnia. Yeah, you could just spam halberd units. Would probably be pretty painful here. I could see hell cannons. So, let me very quickly get up the list of players. So, Hayden, followed by Grombrindle, followed by Shetland, Bob Trash, Poon and Friends, King of the Dead, Praetor, or was it Predator? Oh, Predator. Sorry, I've been saying your name wrong the whole time. You guys, I will contact you before the next King of the Hill, and if you guys want to play, you can get in first, which is quite nice. Oh, we had a few people join. Welcome all. We just gained like a load of people in our Discord. There's a link down below to our Discord if you'd like to join. So, I haven't said this too much for your streams. There are loads of links down below in the description. If you guys want to get the new DLC, the new Total Warhammer 3, all at a discounted price, you can do. I have a Games Planet account down below. Also got Patreon, where you can support the channel. And a Discord, which is more important. And the Discord, you can submit replays to me, and get involved in events just like this one here today. Chat with a load of cool people. King of the Dead's even in there, if you want to bow before your lord. Didn't even read my message out loud? What one? I don't need food anymore, I've evolved. Too afraid? What did you message me? Well, on Discord. You haven't sent me a message, you coward. You coward! Coward King of the Dead. 9 gold chevron squires. Kill poisoned chosen great weapons. I guess you have to poison them first as well, though. Lads are ready, though. That'd be some pretty wild stuff. I'd like to see some gold chevron squires. Will the code work with Steam? Yeah, it gives you a Steam code. Just make sure it's your right region. Just make sure it's your right region. Because otherwise the code won't work. Like, if you're in the EU, you probably need an EU code. If you're in America, you need an American code. It should automatically put you to that site. But I always tell people to double check, because I don't want people to get it wrong. All hail the Dari Rune rework. I'm very excited. I do photosynthesis with my computer screen. I don't need to eat. When you're the king of the dead, you should be made of skeleton. I suppose we're all made of skeleton, but just skeleton, right? Are you like a Tomb King yourself? Man, facing King of the Dead. I don't think I've ever had an easier best of 7 in my life. Ever in my life. I'm joking. King's a very talented player. It's good because it's good fun though, I'm excited. So, for the forces of the glorious peasant mobbed Bretonnia, if that's a word. Peasant mobs, of course, filthy, unwashed, much like King of the Dead. I'm joking, of course, I'm joking. It's all friendly. Peasant mobs, men at arms for squires will be making up the secondary battle line. We have triple questing knights, one of which is the companions, mounted yeoman archers, including the wardens, to counter skirmish the enemy. We do have Fey enchanters with double paladin, which is to be expected. Fey coming in with favour of the Fey, chalice of potions, regrowth, and earthblood. One of the paladins, of course, having guardian. Pretty good stuff. For the forces of Kelso, I can't get over that. I can't get over that. Oh, I love it. I love it. Alright, you went too far. Oh, I feel like King, the game is off. No, King, come back to me. Come back to me. It's more, it's no longer a best of 7, it's like a best of 15. We have Chaos Marauders weapons for the front line of Chaos. We have Weird Spawn, which are Regiment around Chaos Spawn, and more Chaos Spawn. So it's a Chaos Spawn rush from the Warriors of Chaos, if I get my senses back. Marauders front line, Spawn back up with the Giant Everduck here, the Everwatcher, Found Transmutation, and Plague of Rust. We have Chaos Knights, 2 units on the left-hand flank, and Chaos Warhounds of Poison on the right, as well as some Chaos Warhounds of Poison in the back. So it looks like they're actually looking to go toe-to-toe a little bit here with Bretonnia, here on Alpine Ridge, as they climb up. We're going to have a fight in real life, a best of 7. Oh no. That's a fight I feel like I would not win. I'm a duck. I can like fly and peck at your eyes, I suppose, but I can't like throw fists, man. I got little wings. The mounted yeoman archers trying to whip round the flanks. Going to be good at targeting down the Chaos Spawn, actually. They have very low armor. 10 armor is basically nothing. Bretonians are going to retreat. They don't want to fight here, where the Chaos are kind of ramrodding them down on the hill. So they're going to pull back just a little bit, which is cool. And the Adult Paladin and Fae maybe looking to try and sneak on these doggos. But Lunacy, very talented player. He's not going to let his micro slip like that, and he's going to fall away from them. The mounted yeoman currently focusing down at Chaos Marauders with Grey Weapons. Not a terrible target. They've got 15 armor. But the Chaos Spawn may be more of a juicy threat. And look at my glorious duck go. Look at him go, plodding towards the enemy battle lines. Wings held aloft proudly, flapping in. And we may be getting a new duck unit, actually. The Lizardmen flying fin. I haven't had a look at the model yet, so I don't know if it's duck-like or not. Just call your geese friends. Yeah, geese are angry, man. I saw a video recently of a geese protecting a piglet. But anyway, I digress. So I've been distracted this battle. Mounted yeoman focusing down some decent targets, but Chaos Knights will better catch them if the Chaos Warhounds with poison do manage to bite them. Oh my god, some are so close, but more mounted yeomen are trying to save their friends. Run! Run, you mounted yeomen! But no, they've been caught. Now they're poisoned and slowed down. The Chaos Knights will catch them. A potion does go down. On top of the Paladins' heads, actually. They're trying to hunt down the Everwatch. There's a load of Chaos Spawn nearby. It is looking real sketchy right about now. Where is the Fey Enchantress? She's just dancing over on this flank. The Chaos Warhounds, I would probably take all these archers and just countercharge the Warhounds. She has 2 units. Maybe not, maybe not. That's quite a lot of pressure. A lot of the Bretonnian builds just not involved in the fight right now. And it's kind of not paying dividends, really. Like, the yeoman archers have done good work. The Paladins have taken a bit of a beating. They do have the Fey to heal them up with a regrowth or an Earthblood. And the Chaos Warriors are slowly working their way through the front line. Luckily, a load of the Chaos Spawn and other units have pulled back here. They've kind of peeled off the main line. And now the Companions and Questing Knights can charge into the Chaos Warriors with Great Weapons without being countercharged, which is huge, because at the moment, Great Weapons, when they countercharge, it can do some horrendous damage to Cavalry. But instead, catching them flat-footed like this is far better. And you see the Bretonnians doing some good damage there across the board. We are going to see an upgraded Plague of Rust go down on the companions, but they're rather wisely going to fall back from this and hide behind some peasant mobs. Fey Enchantress tries to finish off some Warhounds. Paladins, as well as his Mounted Yeomen, need to come back into the fray. It's been a disjointed fight so far, but it's pretty even. Quest Knights do manage to slaughter great weapons, though Chaos Spawn are starting to apply pressure all across the battlefield. Foot Squires, one of those units I never seen do well. Quest Knights do manage to shatter that left-hand flank, and we have a load more troops now arriving. The cavalry has arrived for Bretonnia on this left-hand side. Yeah, Foot Squires, I don't know what it is. I'm sure they are good, but they just never seem to perform well on my streams. Maybe they are indeed cursed. No Paladins need to get in there. They are hunting down the Warhounds, though, trying to take away the mobility of the opponent, which isn't the worst idea here. Chaos Spawn, in fact the Weird Spawn here, do countercharge Quest Knights, and who get charged themselves by Chaos Knights. These aren't the Lance variety. I prefer the Lance myself. They're a lot more micro-intensive, but on the charge can do some good work. Quest Knights do get hit by favour of the Fae. They also get hit by the hill, though, because they are surrounded by so many enemies, and it doesn't matter that you've got 80 melee attack if you're just getting slaughtered by everything at the same time. More men-at-arms do pour themselves into the fight. We're going to be getting a final transmutation going down. We're getting Earthblood, but I think it's miscast. It's done on the infantry and not the cavalry. He might have accidentally clicked on a model. I hate it when that happens. And that final transmutation is going to be... I don't know, was that a final transmutation? I don't know. I don't know what that was. It didn't seem like they took much damage, but the knights are falling. The potion comes in once again, but it is going to be a swing and a miss. Lunacy decides to pull back. Balance power now firmly in favour of the Warriors of Chaos. Warhounds, the old doggos, do manage to chase down some Quest Knights and run them over. They can now start to apply pressure here to the Mounted Yeoman Archers, who are quite happily firing in at the moment. But with the Paladins going down like this, terror seems a big problem for Paladins. You would think they would be quite happy to fight big monsters. They're meant to be, you know, the Paladin who saves the damsel in distress. But Paladins really do like running away quite a bit, I have noticed. And it looks like both Paladins are starting to break and run. And I think Evil coming out strong here in the later part of this King of the Hill, but faltering as well in the grand scheme of things. Chaos Warhounds with poison are shattered here, but the yeomen laughing gleefully at their retreat. But the Paladin has bit the bullet. Second Paladin is being chased around by a rather angry duck, and we have a little bit of a resurgence here. We have Foot Squires countercharging Chaos Knights, trying their hearts out here. And I think Foot Squires are great weapon units, right? Great Sword Infantry, maybe they did damage. They're doing pretty decent work here. Maybe there's a chance with all these units coming back from Bretonnia. Particularly if they can assassinate the Everwatcher. The Everwatcher is a thick boy, 5,000 health. Faye's still alive, full health. She needs to be a lot more aggressive, though her drain effect is very powerful, and that's actually the main reason you bring her. So you have to be good micro of her, get her into some dangerous situations, but again, keep her alive, and she'll do the good work for you. Everwatcher does charge in. A lot of the Mounted Yeomen trying to protect their troops, but the Everwatcher has a pretty ridiculous missile resistance, I believe. And there's so many Chaos Spawn and Knights left on the field. It is looking pretty rough. One Paladin has been forced off here. Foot Squires have done a solid job here up against the Weird Spawn and Chaos Marauders, but it looks like they are starting to be a little bit overrun. We do have another final transmutation going down, catching the Paladin as well as the Fey Enchantress. She'll take no damage from that, pretty much. If you have a little look at the Fey, she does come with 60% magic resistance, so Spirit Leech in her, final transmutation her, it's just not really an option. The Chaos Knights are going to get caught here by the Paladin, but not before they manage to chase back the Wardens of Montfort and the Mounted Yeomen. The Everwatcher does charge in with the Chaos Spawn, surrounding the Paladin. A Reloaf has gone down. He's going to be feeling pretty good for now, but I don't think he's going to be feeling quite so chirpy in a few minutes. He abandons the Fey Enchantress. Oh no! Oh no, that Paladin! He's like, oh no, peace, peace, I'm out. Henri would be so disappointed right now. He abandons the Fey Enchantress. She has 0 armor right now with Plague of Rust going down on her, and she is most likely a dead Enchantress coming up soon. The big old duck is going to be able to seal victory, I think. Paladin tries to come in like, hey, look at me, I tried, right? I couldn't save her. Oh no, and then flees back to try and keep some of his reputation out of there. But I'm afraid it shall be a pretty good victory there for Lunacy. Fey Enchantress, only 700 damage value. Paladins kind of getting slaughtered. One peasant mob got 11 kills. I'm just... Round of applause in chat, guys. Round of applause in chat for the peasant mobs. 11 kills is very good work by them. Far better than your average peasant. The Foot Squires, yeah, just struggled. Quest Knights, not the best even on them. Mounted Yeomen did pretty good, though, with some good long-range pressure. Lunacy, 69 kills on the Everwatcher. Glorious stuff there. 2.3k damage value. Chaos Spawn, not the best value, but again, that mass pushing through did good work. And oh my god, the Chaos Knights, 1.6 and 1.7k damage value. Really good work by there. They were certainly the MVPs alongside those Warhounds, shutting down the enemy. Thanks for hosting, Carson Ducky. No worries, man. Great games. Thank you for playing. Man, Lunacy came in with some really awesome games there at the end. Let us update the scoreboard though. Evil does lose, but not as much as good lost last time. So I'd say still advantage Evil. Very fun tournament though. Well played to everyone who played. Again, we will get people who missed out as priority in the next King of the Hill, which will most likely be Wednesday. But I do need to organise that, so we'll have to see. That Paladin is a heretic, indeed. If you guys enjoyed, please do let me know if you enjoy this format. I think people did enjoy it. But let me know down below in the comments below this video if you enjoy this format. Leave thumbs up as well. It's another great indicator, basically, that people enjoy this. Yeah, feel free to subscribe, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed, all that good stuff. I had a load of fun casting those games, and I think what we'll do next time is the same event, like Good versus Evil, but sub-faction. So Good versus Evil, sub-faction only. Could be quite fun, I think. Smite the bots with your hammer of justice. Raptor has been on point today. Attack bots, yes, that's what he gets for not giving me my turn. That's what he deserves. Oh, King of the Dead. If you have any good replays as well, by the way, please do send them in. We need more King of the Dead on the channel for sure. Last second attack. Go my bots. Flood him. I'm generally suspicious of King of the Dead now. I think he's a crafty one. So, that was a fun stream. It was quite a long one. We might have a stream tomorrow. It's unlikely, but there is a possibility. But yeah, we'll get into that. So, I've just seen a message. Complex, I have seen your message. I will reply to you in just a second. But yes, Good did win this King of the Hill. Evil won the last time. But again, guys, hope you enjoyed. No bots, man. Raptor like devours bots. Like he eats them for breakfast. They ain't nothing to. What's a bot to a raptor? Before we go, actually, so I was gonna say peace out, guys. But before we go, I'm gonna see if there's any other Total Warhammer YouTubers streaming right now. Let's go Total Warhammer 2 live. So Total Warhammer 2, and we can do a little raid. So if you guys would like to come with me. I'll yell quack, and then just spam quack. Spam quack at the poor soul we decide to raid. And it looks like Dame Offensive is currently streaming, so we can pop over to her stream. She's a good content creator, focuses on multiplayer, but feel free to pop over, say hello to her, yell quack as much as possible. And we shall try to protect her maybe from any bots, which are assaulting her as well, no doubt. So, hopefully you got all the links there. I'm going to go now. I'm going to peace out. I'm going to go devour some food. But do feel free to hop over to Dame Offensive and yell quack. I will lead the charge in just a second and go quack at her as well. And yeah, bring forth the Great Dark Legions. I really do enjoy kind of hopping over and jumping into people's streams like that. But anyway, guys, you've been awesome as always. Thank you so much for the support, all the new members and donations, and everyone who just tuned in and watched. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, peace, peace. And as always, stay awesome.